Good evening, Shenandoah Mustang fans, as we bring you the first ever YouTube stream of the Shenandoah Mustang and Shenandoah Philly Athletics, brought to you by Fuller Digital Solutions and a lot of our local sponsors, which we'll be getting to later on in the broadcast. Tonight's first stream pits the Shenandoah Mustangs football squad, led by head coach Ty Ratliff, going up against the visitors from Missouri Valley, the Missouri Valley Big Reds. Both teams come in today with relatively young teams, 38 men on the roster for the Mustangs, just 8 seniors. They do bring back quite a bit of production in the backfield with their top 2 returning runners and their returning leading receiver in Blake Harrell. For the Missouri Valley Big Reds, on the other hand, they are having to replace quite a bit of production from a season ago. 30 players on the roster, 8 seniors. Almost all of their production from a season ago has since graduated. So it's going to be interesting to see how this game plays out. Should be a fun and exciting night of football here in Shenandoah. Right now, the temperature is about 88 degrees here in Shenandoah. There's a slight breeze coming from the south, but good thing for these players is it's not a super sunny evening. A little bit of overcast, and I think we're going to end up for a good night for some high school football to kick off the season. We're going to take a short break, step away, and we should have the coin toss in a matter of moments. Back here at Fuller Digital Solutions, Shenandoah live stream on YouTube.
This very moment, a board-certified surgeon specializing in female pelvic medicine and reconstructive surgery is scrubbing up in a newly remodeled surgical center full of the latest technology to give a woman a chance to take back control over her body. It will take less than an hour. There will be minimal recovery time, and afterwards, she'll start to feel normal again. These are the things that happen here every day. The new surgical center at Shenandoah Medical Center. Your health is our mission.
Inch of your body puts pressure on one place, your feet. So give your feet everything they could ask for by walking in to Brown Shoe Fit Shenandoah. Shoes for every occasion, boots for any situation, and above all, the right fit for you. After all, Brown Shoe Fit has been fitting feet for over 100 years. The only downside, so many shoes to choose from and only 2 feet. Great service, great selection, a great fit every time at Brown Shoe Fit, downtown Shenandoah. Inch of your body puts pressure on one place, your feet. So give your feet everything they could ask for by walking in to Brown Shoe Fit Shenandoah. Shoes for every occasion, boots for any situation, and above all, the right fit for you. After all, Brown Shoe Fit has been fitting feet for over 100 years. The only downside, so many shoes to choose from and only 2 feet. Great service, great selection, a great fit every time at Brown Shoe Fit, downtown Shenandoah. Inch of your body puts pressure on one place, your feet. So give your feet everything they could ask for by walking in to Brown Shoe Fit Shenandoah. Shoes for every occasion, boots for any situation, and above all, the right fit for you. After all, Brown Shoe Fit has been fitting feet for over 100 years. The only downside, so many shoes to choose from and only 2 feet. Great service, great selection, a great fit every time at Brown Shoe Fit, downtown Shenandoah.
Corporation in Shenandoah is growing. Pella is a family-owned company and has a strong heritage that started in 1925. Pella offers a strong benefit package, competitive wages, quarterly bonuses, profit sharing, and more. Pella has a decreased overtime schedule. You'll never work on Sundays, and you will have at least 2 Saturdays off each month to spend more time with your family. Go to careers.pella.com to see what jobs are available and apply today. Experience is not necessary, as Pella will provide training. Pella is an equal opportunity employer.
Welcome back into the broadcast, folks. The starting lineups were just introduced for both the Big Reds from Missouri Valley and the Shenandoah Mustangs. I'll run through those for you for Missouri Valley. On defense, starting at linebacker, number 2, Alexis Manzo. Starting at safety, number 4, sophomore Brody Lager. Starting at cornerback, number 12, Dane Jansen. And starting also at cornerback, number 20, the senior Cole Staska. Starting at defensive end, number 43, Gage Clausen, the senior. And also at defensive end, number 50, the senior Shane Sinclair. Number 52, Aiden Zappia, the senior, will also be at defensive end on the defensive line there. Number 55, the junior Owen Moyer, will be starting at defensive tackle. Number 66, Connor Murray, 6'7", 285-pound defensive lineman, the senior. And then number 67, Alex Oderpole, the defensive tackle, is also a senior. For the Mustangs, starting on offense, at quarterback, number 5, sophomore Nolan Mount. Number 8, sophomore wide receiver Brody Cullen. At number 10, Blake Harold, the junior, will be a tight end. Number 14, Ben Labrum, the junior. He'll also be a tight end. Starting in the backfield, number 22, Bo Gardner, the junior. And number 26, Morgan Cotton, the senior. Starting on the offensive line for the Mustangs, number 52, Evan Holmes, the senior. Number 55, Logan Dickerson, also a senior. Number 66, Jacob Rystrom, a sophomore. Number 72, Clayton Holben, a senior. And number 78, Kemper Long, the junior. So that's your starting lineups for both the Missouri Valley Big Reds and for the Shenandoah Mustangs. And at the moment, the crowd is releasing blue balloons in honor of the memory of the tragic passing of the 17-year-old would-be senior Grace Johnson. Everybody in the stands on the Shenandoah side wearing blue tonight in remembrance of her. She is an honorary captain for the game tonight as well. She will be missed, and our hearts definitely go out to her family, her friends, her classmates, and the city of Shenandoah as a whole. We are thinking of you and praying for you. We've got about 2 minutes to go until game time, folks. The coin toss has been completed. Shenandoah looks like they won the toss, and they will receive to start the ball game. So we're going to get to see first-year starting quarterback Nolan Mount, see how he responds to his first varsity action as a starting quarterback. Now, he played a little bit last year, especially towards the end of the year on defense in the secondary. Did a good job. But this year, the offense is his. So I'll be interested to see what Ty Ratliff does to help settle down the sophomore quarterback in his first ever start at the varsity level. The good thing for Nolan Mount is Nolan has a lot of veterans in the backfield and catching passes for him. He's got a veteran offensive line with senior and junior laden with one sophomore in there on the offensive line and Jacob Rystrom. But you've got a career 1,000-yard rusher in Morgan Cotton. And then you got Blake Harold at tight end, who seems to be the kind of do-everything guy, at least over the last couple of seasons since his freshman year. And then you can't forget about Bo Gardner. Bo does a good job in there as well. He's carried the ball for the last 2 years for the Mustangs as well, along with Morgan Cotton. It'll be interesting to see, like I said, how everything goes with Nolan, but we're about to get set to go here. The clock is put up to 12 minutes, folks. The officials are getting set up. The kickoff return unit is ready for the Mustangs. The kickoff unit is ready for the Big Reds. Looks like kicking off for the Big Reds is number 20, the senior Cole Staska. He gets the green light from the official, and the 2021 season is underway. A little squib kick to the 30, picked up And a little juke move by, looks like number 8. He's out to the 28-yard line. That's a nice little return there for sophomore Brody Cullen. Picked up about 8 yards. He ran about 22 to get those 8 yards, but it was a pretty good deal there. So 1st and 10 for the Mustangs. Let's see what they do here in Nolan's first snap from scrimmage. We got trips to the right side, single receiver on the left. Morgan Cotton in the backfield, left of Nolan Mount. Looks like the Big Reds are coming out in a 4-2-5 defense here, and we got a little tunnel screen action, and it was covered very well in there by number 66, Connor Murray, the big man on the line, doing a heck of a job. It's going to make it 2nd down, and we'll say 10. Gain of about a half a yard there. But nice to get his feet wet there, Nolan Mount. Get that completion. Get the butterflies out. 2nd down play. We got a tight end and a wing back on the right side. 2 receivers to the left. Hand off to Morgan Cotton around the outside. Drugged down by number 43 for the Big Reds, Gage Clausen. It's going to be no gain on the play. That's going to set up a 3rd down and long for the Mustangs. Not huddling up here. Same formation it looks like. Cotton on the left side of Nolan Mount. 2 twins receivers to the left side with a tight end and a wing back over to the right side. Got a little play action pass. Mount rolling to his left. He's got a man open deep, and it's, dropped by Brody Cullen, in and out of his hands. Great throw by Mount across his body. That was one of the things they tell you as a quarterback is don't throw deep over the middle late. He did that, but there was 0 coverage, so man-to-man coverage with no safety back, and he gave him a shot. Cullen just couldn't hang on, and it is 4th down and 10. Maybe not the best drive. We'd love to score on every drive, but good for Nolan and Mustangs kind of get their feet wet, get settled in, had some opportunities there. Some good play designs, just didn't make it work out. Blake Harold punts it away to Staska, fumbles the ball. Nice punt and great coverage. The ball's on the ground again, and it is recovered by the Mustangs. Shenandoah recovers. 1st down, the first big play of the game goes to the Mustangs. A great punt by Harold, the bobble right away from Staska, and then here comes the confusion, maybe some panic in there in the return game, but great coverage on the play by the Mustangs. So here we go, 1st and 10 in Big Red's territory at the 32-yard line. We've got a big formation, heavy formation in there, same as before. Little handoff fake and intercepted. A high throw that's intercepted by Staska, and he goes out of bounds at the 42-yard line of the Big Reds. So kind of trading turnovers there. On one hand, the Big Reds muff the punt. On the other hand, we do have the little bit of a high throw there from Nolan Mount. Good play design. He was open, just missed him, and a good play by Staska on the back end to return it for now the possession for the Big Reds. So 1st and 10 for the Big Reds, their first offensive possession of the night. It's going to be starting quarterback Brody Lager, and he gets hammered in the backfield by Cotton and Harold. Big play. It wasn't a great play right away. Kind of bobbled the snap a little bit, fumbled it. It was just a quarterback sweep to the right side, but it just developed a little too slowly for Harold and for Cotton. They did a great job in their linebacker positions to flow. It's a very good play in there by those 2 veterans. Another handoff, this time up the middle to the running back, and he's got a lane. He's going to the 40, to the 30, to the 20, to the 10, to the 5. Touchdown, Alexis Manzo. Manzo scampers for the first touchdown of the season for either squad. Missouri Valley gets a big play on their second play from scrimmage as Alexis Manzo goes a long ways. He went 64 yards for the scamper. That's a big play, just a simple handoff, but just a good job of blocking up front for the Big Reds here as they line up for two with Manzo in kind of a wildcat formation. And we have a flag on the play. Looks like we had some procedure there. We'll wait for the official's word on the call. Yeah, we had a dead ball. We had a false start on the Big Red. They'll go back 5. We'll see if they kick an extra point or still go for 2. A lot of action here with 9:36 to go in the first quarter. We've played about 2.5 minutes, and we've had 2 turnovers. We've had one 60-plus yard run, and again, like a lot of action going on early. They're bringing in Brody Lager now, this time for the 2-point conversion from the 8-yard line. A little baby roll out to the right, and the pass floats over the head of Ben Hansen, so it's no good. The 2-point conversion, no good. So we'll take a short break here. We'll pause for about 90 seconds. The Big Red, the visitors, on top early in Shenandoah, 6-0.
This very moment, a board-certified orthopedic surgeon is on his way to a newly remodeled surgical suite where he'll scrub up and dress into infection-free equipment and begin a surgery to give his patient a replacement knee. With the help of a knowledgeable staff and the latest technology, he'll give this man hope for a normal life again without walking in pain. These are the things that happen here every day. The new surgical center at Shenandoah Medical Center. Your health is our mission.
Sorensen Auto Plaza, Southwest Iowa's #1 provider of used vehicles. New inventory alert, a 2011 Cadillac SRX Premium with all-wheel drive, super clean leather interior, 106,000 miles and more. You can buy here and pay here. Sorensen Auto Plaza is the bank. Get fast, easy financing. Buy with peace of mind. Stop by Sorensen Auto Plaza in Shenandoah today.
Welcome back to Mustang Field here in Shenandoah. The Big Reds set to kick off again as Staska tees up the ball. Getting ready to return. Looks like Morgan Cotton is back deep for the Mustangs, standing at his 15-yard line. Get the blow of the whistle from the official, and we're set to play again. A little pooch again, and a nice catch on a knee by Blake Harold's got good hands. Makes it easy for him, so Shenandoah takes over at the 35-yard line. It's no wonder they're not kicking it deep to Morgan Cotton. I'm sure they've seen the stats and probably some game film from a season ago. Morgan Cotton was one of the best, if not the best, return man in our district last year. He was very solid. He does a very good job, and really the entire special teams unit on the return side does a very good job of blocking for Cotton. Got a heavy set, double wings with one wide out to the right side in the pistol set motion by the back, and a handoff up the middle to Cotton. He's got some yardage there up the middle. That's a good gain of about 6, we'll call it 7 yards. That's a nice gain. We kind of got the jitters out in that first drive. Now let's ground and pound. Use the veteran backfield. Use the veteran backfield of Cotton and Gardner, and then also sprinkle in some Blake Harold. Do some of that. We've got 2 receivers to the right, split backs in the backfield in the pistol. Motion to the left. Looks like another handoff to Cotton. He gets hit right away, but fights forward. He makes something out of nothing there. Good play in there again by big number 66 for the Big Reds, Connor Murray. He's kind of been everywhere already for the first quarter of the first quarter. No gain on the play, so it's going to set up a 3rd down and 3. It's a manageable situation for the offense as they set up with, again, twin receivers to the right side, tight end to the left with a wing back. In the pure shotgun with Cotton to the right side. There's a flag on the play. It looks like we had lining up in the neutral zone by the offense. So that's going to set them back 5 yards. When you got a young quarterback, easier, obviously, to play ahead of the chains than behind the chains. 3rd and 3 is a little more manageable here than 3rd and 8, but we'll see what happens. Maybe they'll dial up. Maybe they'll dial up number 10. Maybe they'll dial up number 10 here. Last year, I know Morgan Cotton and Blake Harold did a very good job of getting open on those little quick screens or quick passes. We'll see what happens this time for Mount. He drops back. Another throw deep, just overshooting Gardner. They had him on a go route. There was 4 seam routes on the play. Seam route is basically a fly. Just run as fast as you can straight down the field. And in a cover 0, which is what Missouri Valley's running right now. With cover 0, they're saying throw it over our heads and beat us with your arm. We're not going to let you run it. And right now, that strategy has worked for the Big Reds. So with 8:15 to go in the first quarter, where Blake Harold setting up for his 2nd punt of the day, and Cole Staska is back at about his 26, 27-yard line. Another good high boot from Harold, caught at the 25. Staska makes one man miss, and he falls and gets tackled by a slew of Mustangs at the 40-yard line. Not a bad return there, about 15 yards or so. And the Big Reds will take over. Pretty good field position right now. Again, 1st and 10. They started their first drive about the 42-yard line. This one they're starting at their own 40-yard line. So we'll see if the defense can pick some things up here and get a stop, get the ball back to the offense. One thing I know that Coach Ratliff has talked about preseason is they're pretty veteran as far as their linebackers are concerned. Secondary's a little new, but up front and the linebackers, that front 7, they play a 3-5-3 look. There's a fumble on the play and down early. Good penetration by Cotton, and Manzo fell on the ball. They end up losing about 4. But it could have been a lot worse for the Big Reds. But using that veteran leadership there up front with that 3-5-3 with those 3 down linemen, the 5 linebackers, hopefully they can figure some things out here and get a stop. They're off to a good start now on their 2nd drive defensively. And there's a handoff to the wing. It's a little jet sweep. And a nice play in there, right, number 55 in your programs. Owen Moyer, the junior, nice play. Excuse me, that was Logan Dickerson on the play. Loss of about a yard. Logan Dickerson's been playing for a couple years now at the varsity level. He knows what he's doing. He made a good read there on the jet sweep right at him, held his leverage, didn't let the runner get outside of him. Did a very, very good job there. Play action, and a 2-yard pass wouldn't have really got him anywhere, but good coverage on the play by Logan Dickerson. It's going to force a 4th and long and force a punting situation again, this time for the Big Reds. So with 6:55 to go in the first quarter, we're going to see our first punt from the Big Reds. It's going to be from Cole Staska. He's kind of been all over the place. He's the kickoff man. He's the punt returner. He's the punter. And he's a starting wide receiver, and he's a starting quarterback. So he's all over the place on the field right now for the Big Red. Back deep to return for the Mustangs is Hunter Dukes. Oh, about got it. I think he may have got it. Great play in there by Blake Harold, and that's what Shenandoah needed right there. They needed a big play. The momentum had swung early in the game right away. That fumble, get the fumble, and then interception right away. Big long run by Manzo, and the Big Reds kind of had the momentum there for the last 4 or 5 minutes, but that play by Blake Harold, punting is never easy in high school. If you miss a block, Blake Harold's kind of a man-child at times. He gets in there, and he's long enough to get in there and make a play. So plus territory starting the drive for the Mustangs. Twins to the short side here with the running back. Cotton also over here. Tight formation on the right side with Harold lining up at tight end on the right. And we've got a little counter play, and there's room. There is room for Gardner as he gets to the 28-yard line. That's the best play from scrimmage on the day so far for the Mustangs. Nice little razzle-dazzle, just a little quick little inside reverse. More probably like a counter. There was a little bit of a pull there by the offensive line, but a great job, good execution, and let's not forget that Mount was leading the way as the lead blocker. I guess when you're a sophomore, you feel like you can go out there and hit anybody, right? So it's 1st and 10 again, a little sprint out to the right. Mount looking for somewhere to go, and he is swallowed up by number 43, Gage Clausen. That'll go down as a sack on the play. Loss of about 4 yards. It's going to set up a 2nd down and 14. Looked like Mount was trying to roll out to his right, but it got cut off very well by that defensive end over there. And that, again, number 66 is Connor Murray. He held the edge very well over there. We've got 4 receivers in the set here for 2nd and 14, 3 to the right, 1 to the left. And the snap goes to Mount. He rolls to the right. He's got a man deep. He's taking a shot for Harold, and incomplete. Just overshot him. I like taking the shots. Not trying to play it safe. You got some playmakers. Try to get them the ball. And that's just, if you're going to miss, give him a chance. I mean, that's something that a young quarterback's going to learn, and he's in the first quarter of his first start. Just halfway through the first quarter of play, 5:38 to play in this first quarter. 3rd down and 14 for the Mustangs, probably 4-down territory here. Maybe you try to get half of it back here. Same formation as the last play. Looks like a little screen set up, and he's got Cotton, but a great play in there. That was 43 again. That was Gage Clausen. Great play. That screen, if Clausen doesn't make that play, Cotton's still running. He did a heck of a job in there of reading that play. That screen was set up. The interior of the defensive line was flying to the quarterback. Cotton makes a heck of a catch. Turned up field, and there was big number 43, Gage Clausen, to make the play. So 4th down now, long 12 or 13 yards to go. Really, it's kind of a win-win. You either get the first down or they're starting in worse field position than they have. He's got a man open, and he's got him. Blake Harrell makes a catch on 4th and 14, and there's a flag on the play. We'll have to see what that is, but as of now, that's a huge play for the Mustangs. It's going to be about a 33-yard gain if it stands. Looks like we had an ineligible receiver downfield for the Mustangs. It's a killer penalty early in this game. Great read by Mount. The pass protection was very good. Harold made a heck of a play, but just had a lineman wandering downfield just a little too far. And that's a tough call for an official. Sometimes on those sprint outs or rollouts, you know, those linemen, they're only expecting to block for 3 to 5 seconds, and if it goes a little longer, they kind of start drifting. And when they do that, sometimes you get that penalty. We got a timeout on the field by Missouri Valley, so we'll take a timeout with them, folks. 4:46 to go in the first quarter. It is 6-0, Big Red.
This very moment, a board-certified general surgeon will be leading her team in the removal of her patient's gallbladder. In this newly remodeled surgical suite, she'll use the latest technology and small laparoscopic incisions for a quicker recovery time. In a couple of weeks, the patient will have a pain-free and normal life again. These are the things that happen here every day. The new surgical center at Shenandoah Medical Center. Your health is our mission.
Digital Solutions started small, but now we're growing as FDS provides live streaming coverage for over 20 schools across 3 different states on our Fuller Digital Solutions YouTube channel. Subscribe to get notified when we go live for your school events. Big events are captured live, and your business can get noticed with advertising during our live streams. Local talent and camera operators are encouraged to contact us too for future employment. No experience necessary. We will train. For information about advertising or working with Fuller Digital Solutions, email us and follow us on Facebook.
Welcome back to the broadcast, folks. Just to kind of give you the update, 4th down and 18 for the Mustangs. Nolan Mount in the pistol, takes a snap. Looks like we've got some vertical routes, a little wheel route on the right side, but nowhere to go. Makes the pass underneath. It falls in and out of the hands of Bo Gardner. So they'll turn it over on downs, will the Mustangs. Not really the end of the world on that situation. Just that penalty there on that previous fourth down play. That was one of those things that we just got to get cleaned up, and I know the coaching staff will do a good job of that. They'll coach them up on the sidelines. Probably did it during the timeout there. And now we're set up, switch possessions, and now Missouri Valley takes over. Langley in the shotgun, hand off to Manzo. Same play he scored a touchdown on, and this time much better edge by Logan Dickerson. Makes a great play, picks up a couple yards there. Manzo, his yards per carry average took a hit there. He had one carry for 64 yards, and now he's got 2 carries for about 67. So much better job by the Mustangs in that respect. On that play, looks like it was about the same play. Very similar formation to what the Mustangs have been running here. Twins to the right, handoff on a little jet sweep, number 15. That's Ben Hansen, tripped up in there at about the 44-yard line. Is going to be short of the first down. Logan Dickerson again makes the stop, but it's going to set up a third down and a short one. They need to get the ball to the 45-yard line to the Big Reds to keep the drive alive. It's like we're going to have twin receivers out to the left side of the offensive formation. You got a tight end on the right with a kind of a split back wing back there. Langley in the shotgun, motion to the left, and a little quarterback sweep, and read very well, but he still fights for the first down. Mustangs did a very good job of sealing that edge, forcing the quarterback to go back up in the middle, but it was just enough to get the first down. So 3:23 to go in this first quarter. If you look at the Doug Meyer Chevrolet scoreboard, it is 6-0. Missouri Valley Big Reds over Shenandoah. 1st and 10, ball at the 46-yard line of Missouri Valley. Again, same formation that we've had the last couple plays. And again, a handoff to Manzo, pulling guard, and they just can't do it anymore. Dickerson got on the very first run of the game for Manzo, and these last 2 times they've tried that same play. Logan Dickerson is right there. He's a veteran. He learns quickly. Nice play over there, setting the edge by that outside linebacker for the Mustangs, Logan Dickerson. Logan Dickerson's a senior. Like I said, he's been playing varsity for a while, especially on the defensive side of the ball. Same formation, it looks like, except for they flipped the tight end. So it's almost like he got 4 receivers on that left side, and the handoff to Manzo, and there's nobody there in the middle. Fortunately for the Mustangs, the alley player did a good job of making the play. That looked like that was number 6 in there, Hunter Dukes, making the stop. Pick up about 7 yards. It's going to set up a third down and about 5 for the Big Reds. So good play really by both sides. That could have been a lot worse for the Mustangs, but that safety did a good job of coming down and making a play. Twins to the left. A little handoff again to Manzo, looking for room, and he's not going to find much. Gets about 3 yards, tackled in there by, it looks like Morgan Cotton on the play, setting up a decision. Do you play field position here on a 4th and 2, or do you go for it and see what happens? I mean, this is a big play early in the game, 1 minute and 30 seconds to go in the first quarter. It looks like the Big Reds are going to their bread and butter formation. Twins to one side and a tight end and a little wing on to the left side. And there's a handoff and a reverse. And there goes Hansen around the edge, and there's nobody there. It's a first down at the 29-yard line, brought down by, looks like, number 8, Cullen, and number 22, Bo Gardner, but not before a big gain and a first down. They've been running that play with Manzo 4 or 5 times already in this first quarter, and that nice little wrinkle, that little kind of end around or reverse to Hansen, that's a heck of a job. Good play calling over there by the Big Reds. They're sticking in this formation. Twins to the left side, Tight end and a wing back over to the right. Langer in the gun. Hand off to Manzo, pulling guard. And Manzo goes down. Tackled in there by number 9, R.J. Hill. Getting his first run of the night that I can see. That's a nice play in there by the freshman. About 5'6", 155 pounds, R.J. Hill. Gain of 5 on the play. It's going to set up a 2nd down and 5 for the Big Reds. Again, twins to the left, tight end and wing back to the right. Motion by Hansen, and Hansen gets the handoff, and a nice play in there. Good tackle, saved a big play. Evan Holmes makes a nice play for no gain. If Holmes doesn't make that play, folks, Hansen might have been running again for another 10 or 15 yards. So sets up a 3rd down play here as we get ready to start the second quarter. Very fast-paced first quarter, a couple of turnovers, had a couple big plays, some penalties, a lot of crazy things. And, folks, we still have 3 quarters left to go. So at the end of the first quarter, it is Missouri Valley 6, Shenandoah nothing. We'll be right back in a couple of minutes after a word from our sponsors.
This very moment, a board-certified surgeon specializing in female pelvic medicine and reconstructive surgery is scrubbing up in a newly remodeled surgical center full of the latest technology to give a woman a chance to take back control over her body. It will take less than an hour. There will be minimal recovery time, and afterwards, she'll start to feel normal again. These are the things that happen here every day. The new surgical center at Shenandoah Medical Center. Your health is our mission.
Corporation in Shenandoah is growing. Pella is a family-owned company and has a strong heritage that started in 1925. Pella offers a strong benefit package, competitive wages, quarterly bonuses, profit sharing, and more. Pella has a decreased overtime schedule. You'll never work on Sundays, and you will have at least 2 Saturdays off each month to spend more time with your family. Go to careers.pella.com to see what jobs are available and apply today. Experience is not necessary, as Pella will provide training. Pella is an equal opportunity employer. Corporation in Shenandoah is growing. Pella is a family-owned company and has a strong heritage that started in 1925. Pella offers a strong benefit package, competitive wages, quarterly bonuses, profit sharing, and more. Pella has a decreased overtime schedule. You'll never work on Sundays, and you will have at least 2 Saturdays off each month to spend more time with your family. Go to careers.pella.com to see what jobs are available and apply today. Experience is not necessary, as Pella will provide training. Pella is an equal opportunity employer.
Welcome back into Mustang Field. Big 3rd down here early in the game. Start of the second quarter. Langer hands it to Manzo, and he is swallowed up by Blake Harold. No gain on the play. Blake Harold and company, I should say. I will say this, ever since that first play, and again, this is good coaching there by Brett Roberts, the defensive coordinator, and Ty Ratliff, the head coach. They got nailed there on that first play for Manzo, that little pulling guard, that little play for 64 that got him on the board early. They have made the adjustment, and those defensive end linebackers are doing a much better job of setting the edge, and it's hard sledding right now on the edges for Manzo. 4th down, ball is tipped and incomplete. Good play at the line of scrimmage. We have a turnover on downs, and that's a big play for the Mustangs. If you look at your Doug Meyer Chevrolet scoreboard, with 11:21 to go in this first half, 6-0 Missouri Valley, but Shenandoah getting the ball back at their own 25-yard line. And I mentioned the Doug Meyer Chevrolet scoreboard. Doug Meyer Chevrolet, along with all of our other corporate sponsors, we'd like to thank all of them for helping contribute to make this broadcast and all of our future broadcasts a success. 1st and 10 for Nolan Mount and the Mustangs. Got a balanced formation here, and there's Cotton. He goes around the edge, and he's good for about 9 yards there on the edge. And, maybe that's something that the Mustangs want to do here. They've been doing 3-by-1 sets, 3 receivers on one side, 2 receivers on the other. Maybe going with the balanced sets, the 2 receivers to each side, gives them a better idea of what they're looking at. A lot of times with those balanced formations, 2 receivers on each side, you get a better idea of what the defense is trying to do to you, how they're lining up. And again, in this situation, you got the two receivers to the right, one to the left, and two backs in the backfield. Motion by Gardner. A little handoff up the middle, and he's swallowed up his Cotton after a gain of a couple. And it's not a bad gain on first down. You'd love to get 3 or 4 instead of 1 or 2. But as hot as it still is and as humid as it still is, if you can keep plugging away, keep pounding the ball, those 2-3 yard gains here in the first half will turn into 5-6 yard gains as the game goes on. So we're at 2nd down and 8, 10:40 to go in this first half. Twins to the left side. Again, same formation, little fake handoff, and Mount rolling to his left. He's got time. He throws back to Cullen. Cullen makes a catch, and he's gone. He's to the 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Mustangs. Nolan Mount drops to his knees at the 47-yard line as you see the confetti fly, and Shenandoah's on the board for the first time in 2021. Great play, great throw. Again, it's kind of one of those you hold your breath when you throw the ball deep late over the middle, but it paid off. Great catch in there by the sophomore Brody Cullen. Kid's got good hands. He dropped one earlier in the game, but he was able to make up for it in a big, big way. And the extra point is good. And that, again, was number 2, Seth Zwickel. We remember his brother Zane was the quarterback for a couple years here in Shenandoah, but he was a kicker for 4 years here, so it runs in the family. And Seth Zwickel tacks on the extra point. So with 10 minutes and 23 seconds to go in the first half, your Doug Myers Chevrolet scoreboard shows Shenandoah 7, Missouri Valley 6.
Very moment, a board-certified orthopedic surgeon is on his way to a newly remodeled surgical suite where he'll scrub up and dress into infection-free equipment and begin a surgery to give his patient a replacement knee. With the help of a knowledgeable staff and the latest technology, he'll give this man hope for a normal life again without walking in pain. These are the things that happen here every day. The new surgical center at Shenandoah Medical Center. Your health is our mission.
Sorensen Auto Plaza, Southwest Iowa's #1 provider of used vehicles. New inventory alert, a 2011 Cadillac SRX Premium with all-wheel drive, super clean leather interior, 106,000 miles and more. You can buy here and pay here. Sorensen Auto Plaza is the bank. Get fast, easy financing. Buy with peace of mind. Stop by Sorensen Auto Plaza in Shenandoah today.
Welcome back to Mustang Field. Shenandoah getting on the board for the first time in 2021 on a nice pass from Nolan Mount and a great catch by Brody Cullen, putting them on the board and giving them the lead as Seth Zwickel tacks on the extra point. And Seth Zwickel's set to kick off for the Mustangs. Ball's at the 40-yard line, getting lined up over there is R.J. Hill. Set back to return is Manzo, and it looks like Staska for the Big Reds. And Zwickel hits a little onside kick and covered nicely by the Big Reds. Don't know if that was the plan. If it was well defended by the Big Reds. Looks like it was big number 70, Nick May, the sophomore offensive lineman, 6 foot, 200 pounds, making the recovery there, that onside kick. So Missouri Valley takes over 1st and 10 at their own 45.5, 46-yard line, as we are ready to go for the first drive since Shenandoah took the lead. We got split receivers, it looks like. One to the right, one to the left. And Langer's in the shotgun. Got a tight end. So 3 receivers to the right side, tight end, a wingback, and a split end. And Langer takes a snap. He's going deep early and incomplete. Staska. There's a flag on the play. I don't know how that ball's catchable, but they're going to get Hill for pass interference. It looks like they did get tangled up there, but whether it was catchable or not, it's a judgment call, and we're going to get a pass interference on the call. So sometimes that's what you do when you're a quarterback, and Brody Lager did the same thing right there. He says, you know what, I'm going to throw it up to my big senior, and he's either going to make a play or we're going to make Shenandoah make a mistake, and that time they did. As the freshman versus the senior, this time it was won by the freshman, Staska, in the penalty on Hill. But Hill will have many more opportunities as the years progress to make plays on those type of passes. So after that 15-yard penalty, it's 1st down and 10 for the Big Reds, now at the 39.5-yard line of Shenandoah. Chance to regain the lead here, motion back, and it's Hansen, and he gets about 4 yards on a little end around. I hate to call them jet sweeps because I don't think that they are. I think it's just kind of a little end around play, but it's a nice little play. They do a good job of running that, and Hansen's doing a good job of getting something. So picked up about 3 or 4 yards there on the play. Sets up a 2nd down and 7. But give credit to the Mustang defense. After that first big play, they've done a much better job of forcing the ball inside. I say something, and there's Manzo getting to the outside, and another good play on the edge. That time, it was tackled in there by what looks like Brody Cullen. So he's going to bring up 3rd down. He picked up a couple yards. It could have been a lot worse. He got to the edge. But the Mustang defense closed quickly. So it's going to be 3rd down and 5 here for the Big Reds. 9:15 to go in the first half. A big play in this game early, again, for the Big Reds. Lager takes the snap. There's a fumble on the play and a loss of about 5 yards. Gardner made the stop, but there was a bobble on the handoff exchange between Lager and Hansen. So that sets up a 4th down, and now it's going to be about 10. We'll call it 11. And then that's going to put you in a situation now where, kind of like Shenandoah was midway through the first quarter, do you go for it, take your chances, maybe give up some bad field position, or do you play field position? Looks like they're going for it. You've got 3 receivers to the left side, 1 to the right. Lager takes the snap, slant route way over the head of Staska, and that is a turnover on downs. So good stand by the Mustangs. You always want to do that after a score. You keep the momentum on your side. That pass interference call by the Shenandoah defense there in the first play of the drive, they were able to overcome, and they were able to make some good plays. We'll take a break on the field, so we're going to take a break on the broadcast. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
This very moment, a board-certified general surgeon will be leading her team in the removal of her patient's gallbladder. In this newly remodeled surgical suite, she'll use the latest technology and small laparoscopic incisions for a quicker recovery time. In a couple of weeks, the patient will have a pain-free and normal life again. These are the things that happen here every day. The new surgical center at Shenandoah Medical Center. Your health is our mission.
Digital Solutions started small, but now we're growing as FDS provides live streaming coverage for over 20 schools across 3 different states on our Fuller Digital Solutions YouTube channel. Subscribe to get notified when we go live for your school events. Big events are captured live, and your business can get noticed with advertising during our live streams. Local talent and camera operators are encouraged to contact us too for future employment. No experience necessary. We will train. For information about advertising or working with Fuller Digital Solutions, email us and follow us on Facebook.
Welcome back to Mustang Field. The Doug Meyer Chevrolet scoreboard shows 7-6 Shenandoah here in the second quarter. 8:21 to go in the second quarter. Shenandoah taking over after a stop on 4th down. The good field position at their own 40-yard line. Nolan Mount will start the drive in the shotgun. 3 receivers to his right. Cotton to his left in the shotgun. And we've got a little quick pass, complete, and a 12-yard gain. That's complete to Hunter Dukes. First down, a nice play, quick read, kind of looked like an RPO there, faking it to the back, seeing what the linebacker does. If the linebacker comes up, throw it right behind him, right where he was. Nice read by Nolan Mounts. Same formation. We'll see what we do here. First down and 10 for the Mustangs at the Missouri Valley 44-yard line. Looks like a little tunnel screen, and Blake Harold fumbles the ball, but he hangs on, picks it back up. A little fortunate bounce, and he recovers at the 39-yard line. So it's a completed pass, fumble on the play, but recovered by Blake Harold. And that, again, was number 66, Connor Murray. He's kind of been everywhere today. Anything around the line of scrimmage, and Murray's had his hands on a Mustang. He's done a good job there. A second down and about 3 to go for the Mustangs in Big Red's territory. Balanced formation this time. I formation for the Mustangs. Power football. And Morgan Cotton breaks a tackle at the line of scrimmage, makes something out of nothing there. Nice play by the Big Reds, but good job by Morgan Cotton getting a couple of yards there when he got hit right at the point of attack. I like to see the power football formation. That was nice. And again, Morgan Cotton's a hard runner. He's going to fight for everything. Looks like we got a official's timeout on the field, so timeout for measurement. We'll take a short 30-second break and be right back.
This very moment, a board-certified surgeon specializing in female pelvic medicine and reconstructive surgery is scrubbing up in a newly remodeled surgical center full of the latest technology to give a woman a chance to take back control over her body. It will take less than an hour. There will be minimal recovery time, and afterwards, she'll start to feel normal again. These are the things that happen here every day. The new surgical center at Shenandoah Medical Center. Your health is our mission.
And welcome back. It looks like the Mustangs are just short of the first down. We'll call it 3rd and 1. 3rd and inches, we'll say. But looks like the Mustangs will be lining back up in that I formation with Bo Gardner as your fullback and Morgan Cotton as your halfback. Harold in at tight end. And a little quarterback sneak. And does he have enough? It looks like he does on the spot from the official. We'll wait for the official word, but it looks like he's got it. Not a super aggressive run there in the trenches, but it was enough to get the job done. It wasn't the prettiest quarterback sneak, but many quarterback sneaks are not pretty. So we'll take it, and it's a first down for the Mustangs. Back to the pistol formation here for Shenandoah. Twin receivers to the right side. You've got an offset I formation in the pistol behind the line. A little quick one-step read. Did he catch that? No, he did not. Staska tried and made a great effort. Mount led the receiver just a little bit too much. Hunter Dukes was the receiver on the play. Led him just a little too much. Kept it low, which is a nice spot to put it in going across the middle, but just a little too far out in front for Dukes to make the play. Staska made a good play on the ball. Nearly came up with his second interception of the first half. So 6:34 to go, folks, in this first half. 2nd and 10, pistol formation again, offset I. And it looks like Mount's going to drift over to his left. He's got Harold open, and there's a flag on the play in the secondary, and a tipped ball and a catch. Being in the right place at the right time, Bo Gardner. We'll see what that flag is. It probably is defensive holding or some sort of defensive pass interference, but we may have had another guy downfield. If that's the case, that'd be the second time that's taken away a big play for the Mustangs. We'll wait for the officials to make the official word, and we'll hold right here. That was, again, kind of a fortunate play. It's that throwing deep over the middle across your body late. It's very dangerous. We've done it 3 or 4 times, and it has pretty much worked every time. We've had a couple penalties, maybe taking it away, but we've had completions. Yep, that's the call by the official, and eligible downfield, but there's also a pass interference on the play on the offense. So they'll decline the illegal man downfield. That's just a 5-yard penalty, but they're going to take the offensive pass interference, which will set them back 10 yards. So it's going to set them up, instead of a 1st and goal, it's going to be a 2nd down and 20. So that's a big, big penalty. And either way, whether it's the illegal man downfield, it takes away a big momentum play for the Mustangs. Got a timeout on the field right quick. What the officials are looking for. I think they're ready to go. So 2nd down and 20, looks like 25. Mounts in the pistol, 3 receivers to the right. Takes a snap, and he's got some room if he wants to take it. He'll throw deep over the middle, late again, and there's Staska. Great play by Hunter Dukes to save an interception. That was a dangerous pass, but Dukes made a very good play on the ball. Staska has got a nose for the ball. You throw it up near Staska, he's got a chance. He's going to make a play. That was a very good play, again, by Dukes to save the possession, at least temporarily, for the Mustangs. It sets up a 3rd and long for the Mustangs. You've got 5 receivers, an empty backfield set. Cotton will be the slot receiver on the near side. 2 receivers out to the far side. Good snap. Mount's got time. Mount's got a completion to Blake Harold. He's got it all back and more. Blake Harold refuses to go down until he gets to the 10-yard line. That is about a 32-yard catch. I'll tell you what, that's pulling yourself from the brink right there. Great play. Again, you're going cover 0 or cover 1 here for the Big Reds, and if you can't cover big number 10, you're going to be in trouble. Blake Harold has got a knack for catching the ball and making big plays for this offense over the last 3 years. Shenandoah sets up 1st down just outside the 10-yard line. Twins to the left, hand off to Cotton on the right side. Picks up about 5 yards. Good tackle in there for the Big Reds by Clausen on the play. Pick up about 5 yards. So bring up 2nd down and 5. Shenandoah can still get a 1st down without having to score a touchdown on this drive. They can, if they get the ball just inside, looks like the 1-yard line, they can get themselves a 1st down. So they don't necessarily have to score, but it'd be nice if they did. Power I formation, and we got a little toss. He's got room. Nice cut back for Cotton, and Cotton is into the end zone for a touchdown for the Mustangs. That play started off a little bit dicey. You get Mount's feet stepped on as he tries to reverse pivot. He has the wherewithal to still make that pitch. Cotton gets to the outside, has to make a sharp plant with his foot in the ground at about the 8-yard line. He gets north and south and gets into the end zone, and Seth Zwickel is on to tack on the extra point. The snap is down, the hold is good, and the kick is good. So with 5 minutes to go in the first half, Shenandoah extends their lead 14-6 on the Doug Myers Chevrolet scoreboard. We'll be right back after these messages from our sponsor.
Inch of your body puts pressure on one place, your feet. So give your feet everything they could ask for by walking in to Brown Shoe Fit Shenandoah. Shoes for every occasion, boots for any situation, and above all, the right fit for you. After all, Brown Shoe Fit has been fitting feet for over 100 years. The only downside, so many shoes to choose from and only 2 feet. Great service, great selection, a great fit every time at Brown Shoe Fit, downtown Shenandoah.
This very moment, a board-certified orthopedic surgeon is on his way to a newly remodeled surgical suite where he'll scrub up and dress into infection-free equipment and begin a surgery to give his patient a replacement knee. With the help of a knowledgeable staff and the latest technology, he'll give this man hope for a normal life again without walking in pain. These are the things that happen here every day. The new surgical center at Shenandoah Medical Center. Your health is our mission.
Welcome back to Mustang Field. 14-6 is the score. Your Shenandoah Mustangs out in front after a nice run on a toss sweep to Morgan Cotton to put Shenandoah up by 8 with 5 minutes to go here until halftime. Seth Zwickel's got the ball teed up, ready to go. Manzo and Staska at the 15-yard line, ready to return. And another little squibber, kind of an onside. Nice play again by the Big Reds to fall on it. And it will be first and 10 for the Big Reds. Good field position. When you do those, you don't give up the big return, but you give up good field position. So that's kind of a trade-off. You either give up the chance of maybe somebody taking a kickoff to the house, or you give up good field position every time. So that's kind of the trade-off. You don't want Manzo or Staska to get loose, and I don't blame them. I saw Manzo, as we all did, early in the first quarter, take one all the way to the house on a nice little run there. So keep the ball out of their hands as much as possible. The Big Reds take over at their own 44-yard line. Looks like a fumble again in the backfield, and who's on top of it? There's a scramble for the ball. Looks like stays with Missouri Valley. They tried that little reverse again. Manzo and Hanson kind of fumbled the handoff there, and they were fortunate to retain possession there. So it brings up second down and about 14 for the Big Red. And you've got twin receivers to the right side, tight end to the left with a wing back. Langer is in the shotgun with Manzo to his right. Looks like we got a blitz up the middle, and we do. A little quarterback lead, and Langer had nowhere to go. Nice play in there by Hunter Dukes, filling, just cutting off the edge. Doing a very good job on the edge. Again, after that first play where Shenandoah Mustang defense got gashed for a 64-yarder, they have done a much, much better job of setting the edge, whether it be with their linebackers or with their secondary players. And these secondary players aren't the biggest guys in the world, but they're going to come up and they're going to lay the wood a little bit. We got a timeout, looks like, on the field. It's going to be a timeout Shenandoah. So we'll take a timeout with them with 3:42 to go in the first half. Shenandoah up 14-6.
Sorensen Auto Plaza, Southwest Iowa's #1 provider of used vehicles. New inventory alert, a 2011 Cadillac SRX Premium with all-wheel drive, super clean leather interior, 106,000 miles and more. You can buy here and pay here. Sorensen Auto Plaza is the bank. Get fast, easy financing. Buy with peace of mind. Stop by Sorensen Auto Plaza in Shenandoah today.
This very moment, a board-certified general surgeon will be leading her team in the removal of her patient's gallbladder. In this newly remodeled surgical suite, she'll use the latest technology and small laparoscopic incisions for a quicker recovery time. In a couple of weeks, the patient will have a pain-free and normal life again. These are the things that happen here every day. The new surgical center at Shenandoah Medical Center. Your health is our mission.
Curious if I'm too loud. Welcome back to Mustang Field. Third down and 15 for the Big Red. They're on their own 40-yard line. The drive started at their own 44.5. Had a fumble on the first play and then a no-gainer on the quarterback keeper. And Langer throwing it up for Staska, and he's got a linebacker on him. And no offense to a linebacker, but you can't cover Staska with a linebacker as he takes it all the way in for a touchdown. That's a 60-yard touchdown pass. Missouri Valley just did a good job of putting Staska in a position where he's going to have to get covered by a linebacker. And Dickerson did the best he could, but when you got a senior wide receiver against a linebacker, it makes it tough. So that makes the score 14-12, 2-point try upcoming with 3:32 to go until halftime. Looks like we got that wild big red formation there with Manzo taking the snap. There's a flag on the play again. This is the second time in the first half that they've tried to run a 2-point conversion play with this wildcat formation, and the second time that there's been an illegal procedure penalty, a false start, setting them back 5 yards. I'm sure whatever play they want to run is a really good one, but they can't get to it because we got guys moving before the snap. We got a timeout on the field. It looks like this is an important 2-point play here as they got an opportunity to tie the game up, so we'll take the timeout with them with 3:32 to go until halftime. 14-12, Mustangs.
Digital Solutions started small, but now we're growing as FDS provides live streaming coverage for over 20 schools across 3 different states on our Fuller Digital Solutions YouTube channel. Subscribe to get notified when we go live for your school events. Big events are captured live, and your business can get noticed with advertising during our live streams. Local talent and camera operators are encouraged to contact us too for future employment. No experience necessary. We will train. For information about advertising or working with Fuller Digital Solutions, email us and follow us on Facebook.
This very moment, a board-certified surgeon specializing in female pelvic medicine and reconstructive surgery is scrubbing up in a newly remodeled surgical center full of the latest technology to give a woman a chance to take back control over her body. It will take less than an hour. There will be minimal recovery time, and afterwards, she'll start to feel normal again. These are the things that happen here every day. The new surgical center at Shenandoah Medical Center. Your health is our mission.
Well, and we just missed the 2-point conversion there as Lager rolled out to his right and hit his receiver for the 2-point conversion. So that ties the score at 14 apiece. We're right back where we started with just a little over a half of football left to play in week 1 of the 2021 season. I'll tell you what, if you wanted a good football game to start the year, no blowouts on either side, I think we found it here tonight. Both teams are playing well. Both teams have made those first game mistakes or those young kid mistakes, but both teams have made big plays. Both teams have made big plays. Both teams have made nice adjustments so far in the first half, just in-game adjustments. So both coaching staffs doing a good job of fixing some problems. I'll be interested to see if Missouri Valley later on in the game goes back to the formation with Staska on a linebacker out all by himself, to see if Shenandoah makes an adjustment to that, whether it's just giving him cushion and staying with where you're at, or if it's with, moving another defensive back over to Staska's side. But we'll see. We got a lot of football left. 3:32 to go. Shenandoah with 2 timeouts and the Big Reds with 2 timeouts as well. So a lot of football left here yet in the first half. Looks like Staska is going to kick off from his own 40-yard line. You've got Morgan Cotton as the lone return man now. They've kicked it every kickoff so far tonight. There's been 5 of them. They've been short. They've all been very short. So we'll see if he'll let loose on one. No, a little pooch, and that's going to bounce, and it's fumbled there, but just fell on. That's a good play. Good play by Cullen. If you don't catch it clean, just fall on it. I mean, that's all you can do. Live to fight another play. Good play by the sophomore. Heady play. Was coached up well on that. And it's going to be first down for the Mustangs. And truthfully, I was kind of figuring they would have a little bit more of a discrepancy in the yardage in the first half, offensively, this ground game as opposed to passing game, but it's been the opposite. Nolan Mount has he's thrown the ball very well He's kind of a gunslinger out there, and his receivers have been making plays for him. After that first drive, his receivers have been making plays. So we've got a balanced formation, 2 receivers to each side, and Cotton gets the ball up the middle, and he is swallowed up by the middle of that Big Reds defensive line. Looks like no gain on the play. That's tough yardage right there for Morgan Cotton. I like the balanced formation. All the formations, these 2 offenses are very similar to one another, and that's something that Coach Ratliff talked with me about earlier in the week, is that it'd be pretty similar as far as the sets and the formations that they're running, and it has been very similar schematically as far as formations, but I do like the balanced formations. It gives you a better idea of what people are doing on the defensive end, where they're lining up. We do have a flag on the play. Pre-snap, it's usually going to be a motion or lining up in the neutral zone, but we'll see what the officials say as they discuss. It's turning into a beautiful night here in Shenandoah. Just a check of the weather currently. It's 8 o'clock here, and it's 84 degrees. It's 84 degrees, so it was 88 at kickoff. It's dropped about 4 degrees in the last hour. It doesn't feel nearly as warm as it did at the beginning of the game, so I think the guys are probably feeling the same thing down on the field. So that penalty was an illegal procedure penalty on the Mustangs. It makes it second down in about 11. And a pistol set and a snap by Mount. Goes back across his body, and there were 3 receivers in the area for the Mustangs. Really, all 3 of them kind of had a little bit of an opportunity to make that catch. It looked like a levels route where you've got one guy shallow, one guy cutting across in the middle, and one guy going deep, but there was 2 guys that were pretty well right on top of each other there. Again, throwing back across his body. I mean, he's not afraid to make a mistake. He's just going at it. We got a timeout by the Mustangs. That'll be their second of the first half, and we'll take it with them with 2:34 to go until halftime.
Inch of your body puts pressure on one place, your feet. So give your feet everything they could ask for by walking in to Brown Shoe Fit Shenandoah. Shoes for every occasion, boots for any situation, and above all, the right fit for you. After all, Brown Shoe Fit has been fitting feet for over 100 years. The only downside, so many shoes to choose from and only 2 feet. Great service, great selection, a great fit every time at Brown Shoe Fit, downtown Shenandoah.
Corporation in Shenandoah is growing. Pella is a family-owned company and has a strong heritage that started in 1925. Pella offers a strong benefit package, competitive wages, quarterly bonuses, profit sharing, and more. Pella has a decreased overtime schedule. You'll never work on Sundays, and you will have at least 2 Saturdays off each month to spend more time with your family. Go to careers.pella.com to see what jobs are available and apply today. Experience is not necessary, as Pella will provide training. Pella is an equal opportunity employer.
Welcome back to Mustang Field, folks. Big play here early in the first half. 3rd down and 11 for the Mustangs at their own 26-yard line. In the pistol set is Mount. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Little bobble on the snap, and now the ball is loose, and it looks like it's going to be picked up by the Big Red.
Recovered by the Big Red.
Big play in there by the Big Reds defense. It wasn't the best snap, bobbled, and then good job on the defensive play there of making a tackling the ball. It's something you get coached up at just as early as Pee-wee youth football is to tackle the football, and they did, and Mount lost it, and that's a turnover, and Missouri Valley takes over in great field position at the Mustang 15-yard line. So 1st and 10, 2 receivers to the left. It looks like Manzo on that same play they've been running over and over again, that little sweep to the right with the pulling guard there. Nice play, forcing him inside, and that's something that they weren't able to do early in the day, but they've done much better since that first initial play. 5-yard gain is a lot better than taking it to the end zone. So good play by both sides, offensively and defensively. Same formation here for the Big Reds, 2nd down and 5. Lager takes a snap, handoff up the middle, and Manzo's down at about the 2-yard line. That'll be enough for a 1st and goal. 1st and goal for the Big Reds. And we're under 2 minutes. Under 2 minutes to go in the first half of play. 1 minute and 43 seconds and counting, folks. We don't have a play clock or a game clock on the screen. You can see the play clock in the video, but the game clock, I'll try my best as we get down to the nitty-gritty here to keep you abreast of what's going on here. So 1st and goal for the Big Reds. Another hands off to Manzo up the middle, and he is in for a touchdown. Manzo's 2nd touchdown of the first half. So that gives Missouri Valley the lead here at 20-14. Good blocking up the middle. They've been running that play kind of over and over again. You kind of stick with what you brought to the dance, I guess, and it's been working for them. And it looks like 2-point conversion again. And Lager gets a little jet sweep over to Hansen. Hansen breaks contain, and he's in. In for the 2-point conversion. So that makes it an 8-point game with 1:24 to go until halftime. Shenandoah with still 1 timeout left. Missouri Valley has 2 timeouts left before halftime. It should be, again, kind of one of those situations. It depends on where you get the ball to start the drive. The Mustangs, if they get kicked deep, maybe they'll kind of sit on it and go to halftime and regroup, but nobody has been kicking the ball off deep tonight. Shenandoah has been kicking onside kicks, and Missouri Valley's been kicking pooch kicks to the second row. So you'd have to figure you're going to get some decent field position if everything's handled clean. If that's the case, maybe you'll see Nolan Mount, the sophomore quarterback, get an opportunity to run a 2-minute drill. First game of the year, why not, right? It looks like the Big Reds are out, ready to set up for their kickoff, and Staska is ready to line up the ball. Looks like Cotton's going to be back, and Cotton is continually scooting up. At the beginning of the game, he was significantly further back. Right now, he's starting at about the 25, 26-yard line to try to return this kickoff. We'll see if Staska does what he's been doing all game with the little pooches to keep it away from Cotton so he can't take one back to the end zone. Another little pooch, and Cullen gets it. He'll get it at the 26. He had a nice return to open the game, and he has another nice little return again to about the 42-yard line. So good field position to start the drive. There's 1:19 to go until halftime, but you don't have 3/4 of the field to go. You're not starting at your own 10, 15, 20-yard line. You're starting near midfield. The clock stops in high school if you get a first down. So if you get first downs, the clock stops. You can hustle to the line, and you've got that timeout in your back pocket. We'll see what Coach Ratliff decides to do. We got a power formation here, I formation. See if we can't pop one here. A little bobbled snap, but a pitch to Cotton, and he's got the edge. If he can turn the corner, he got pulled down by, looks like maybe a horse collar, but they didn't give him a horse collar tackle, but it's enough for a first down. Manzo made the stop, not before the first down, stopping the clock at 1:11 and counting as the clock has been restarted. So we're at 1:06, 1:05 and counting until halftime. Looks like we got another I formation play. We got split outs on each side. Blake Harreld is the strong side, so it's strong left here, I left formation. And we got a quarterback sneak, it looks like. And that's about a 3-yard gain. So it's going to set up a second down and 7 with about 37 seconds and counting. Looks like we're going to go to that 2 receivers to each side set. Kind of a spread formation, your typical balanced spread formation. A little wheel route to the left side. Oh, nice play just to get rid of the ball by Nolan Mount right there. He was in no man's land on that play. He was scrambling, looking to find a receiver downfield, and he was in the arms of Connor Murray, the big number 66 for the Big Reds, and fortunately was able to spin free of that and get rid of that, stopping the clock with 20 seconds to go. 3rd down and 7 for the Mustangs. I formation, we got another toss to the left side this time. Cotton again, 1st down, stopping the clock with 14 seconds as that's a 1st down. I think going into halftime, maybe we've found a ground game that can click to take some pressure off of Mount here with that power formation, that I formation, and letting Cotton and Gardner get to the edge. We got a timeout on the field with 14 seconds until halftime. We'll take one with them. We'll be back in 30 seconds. We don't want to miss the last 14 seconds.
This very moment, a board-certified orthopedic surgeon is on his way to a newly remodeled surgical suite where he'll scrub up and dress into infection-free equipment and begin a surgery to give his patient a replacement knee. With the help of a knowledgeable staff and the latest technology, he'll give this man hope for a normal life again without walking in pain. These are the things that happen here every day. The new surgical center at Shenandoah Medical Center. Your health is our mission.
Back to Mustang Field, ladies and gentlemen. 14 seconds to go. Little game reset for you. 2nd quarter action. Ball's at the 35-yard line of Missouri Valley. 1st and 10. No timeouts left for Shenandoah. But again, the clock stops at 1st downs. If you can get 1st downs, you get up, clock the ball. Stopping the clock, you got an opportunity to at least have an attempt with a field goal kicker in Seth Zwickel to put 3 on the board before halftime. But we'll see what Coach Ratliff and the Mustangs decide to do. They've got a gunslinger back there in Nolan Mount. He's not afraid to put his receivers in a position to make a play. And Mount gets the snap. He throws her deep, and Cullen, incomplete. 8 seconds to go until halftime. Good coverage in there by number 4, quarterback and cornerback, Brody Lager. So good play in there by Lager to break up that play. Cullen had a step. If Mount was able to maybe get a little air on that and lead him, maybe you're talking 6 points and a lot of momentum going into the half. But as it is, this is where we are. So 2nd and 10, empty backfield, 5 receivers in the formation. We had a big play in this formation before. Free rusher and a catch and a 1st down. 4 seconds left. We got to get up to the line of scrimmage and clock it. Big play. The Mustangs get into the line, and the clock has started with 4 seconds left. And we've stopped the clock with 1 second left. So we're going to have time for one more play. Great throw under pressure. There was a free rusher on the blind side of Nolan Mount there on that previous play, and he makes a great throw on a dime to Morgan Cotton. Didn't try to do too much, just catch the ball, secure it. It's a 1st down. Big play by the sophomore quarterback to the senior running back. So it looks like we're keeping the offense on the field here. We've got the pistol formation, twins to each side, balance formation, and now Missouri Valley wants to talk about it, and I don't blame them. They'll have 1 timeout remaining. Big play here with 1 second to go until halftime. 22-14, Missouri Valley.
Sorensen Auto Plaza, Southwest Iowa's #1 provider of used vehicles. New inventory alert, a 2011 Cadillac SRX Premium with all-wheel drive, super clean leather interior, 106,000 miles and more. You can buy here and pay here. Sorensen Auto Plaza is the bank. Get fast, easy financing. Buy with peace of mind. Stop by Sorensen Auto Plaza in Shenandoah today.
Welcome back to Mustang Field in Shenandoah, Iowa. 22-14 is the score. The Big Reds currently with an 8-point lead over your Shenandoah Mustangs, as you can see on the Doug Meyer Chevrolet's scoreboard. Doug Meyer Chevrolet will be the scoreboard sponsor for the remainder of this season. So if you see that Doug Meyer logo down at the bottom of your screen, that is why. They are the scoreboard sponsor for the remainder of the season. So we thank them for their support of Shenandoah Athletics. Both girls and boys athletics. So here we go. It's going to be 1st and 10, ball at the 15-yard line. A lot of options for Nolan Mount. You've got good on good here at the bottom of your screen, Blake Harold and Manzo, and we're going to Harold. He makes the catch, but he is shy of the end zone. Great throw, great catch, but a great tackle. So very good all the way around. No way to get upset about that play there other than maybe get it into the end zone, but you got Blake Harold. Guy can break some tackles with ease. Well, folks, this was my first full half of broadcasting, and it was a doozy. I had a wonderful first half. We know we're going to have a really good second half coming up. We got some halftime adjustments for both sides. It'll be interesting to see what each coaching staff does in the second half to make those adjustments and see if we can't get on the right side of the scoreboard here in the second half. But for now, we're going to send you to halftime, a couple commercials from our corporate sponsors, our local sponsors, and then we'll see you back here at the start of the second half.
This very moment, a board-certified general surgeon will be leading her team in the removal of her patient's gallbladder. In this newly remodeled surgical suite, she'll use the latest technology and small laparoscopic incisions for a quicker recovery time. In a couple of weeks, the patient will have a pain-free and normal life again. These are the things that happen here every day. The new surgical center at Shenandoah Medical Center. Your health is our mission.
Digital Solutions started small, but now we're growing as FDS provides live streaming coverage for over 20 schools across 3 different states on our Fuller Digital Solutions YouTube channel. Subscribe to get notified when we go live for your school events. Big events are captured live, and your business can get noticed with advertising during our live streams. Local talent and camera operators are encouraged to contact us too for future employment. No experience necessary. We will train. For information about advertising or working with Fuller Digital Solutions, email us and follow us on Facebook.
This very moment, a board-certified surgeon specializing in female pelvic medicine and reconstructive surgery is scrubbing up in a newly remodeled surgical center full of the latest technology to give a woman a chance to take back control over her body. It will take less than an hour. There will be minimal recovery time, and afterwards, she'll start to feel normal again. These are the things that happen here every day. The new surgical center at Shenandoah Medical Center. Your health is our mission.
Inch of your body puts pressure on one place, your feet. So give your feet everything they could ask for by walking in to Brown Shoe Fit Shenandoah. Shoes for every occasion, boots for any situation, and above all, the right fit for you. After all, Brown Shoe Fit has been fitting feet for over 100 years. The only downside, so many shoes to choose from and only 2 feet. Great service, great selection, a great fit every time at Brown Shoe Fit, downtown Shenandoah.
Welcome back to Mustang Field. I hope during your time out at halftime you were able to go to the restroom, go to the fridge, get yourself some refreshments, and hunker down for a good second half, because I think we're going to have a good one. Looks like both teams getting on the field here, warming up. There's about 3 minutes here before we start the second half. In-game adjustments, I think that's kind of going to be the theme here of this second half. Which team in a one-possession game, which team's going to be able to make those adjustments or execute the game plan better here in this second half. It's a pretty even ball game, all the way around. There's been big plays on both sides. There's been turnovers on both sides. There's been costly penalties on both sides, but there's been good football played on both sides. So both teams represented themselves very well here in this first half of play. Now we get set for the second half. This is where that adjustment period came in. You had that nice long halftime break. You were able to discuss some stuff, talk to the players. Hey, what are they doing out there? What are you seeing out there? Coaches are able to discuss some stuff, and you're not in the heat of the moment. So I can appreciate that from a coaching standpoint. Hopefully both coaching staffs had time to iron some things out and get some things fixed. One big thing to discuss here kind of going forward is those, if you kind of think back in that first half, there were two huge plays that the Mustangs had that were taken away because of penalties. Those were big plays. There was a 4th down and long where we completed a pass to Blake Harold that would have put us up in a 1st and goal, had an illegal man downfield that negated that, and then we had another one that was a big play in the second quarter, and that was an offensive pass interference and an illegal man downfield. You can't put the blame on the offensive line too awful much. I mean, somebody's got to wear the blame a little bit, but one thing I've noticed just watching one half of play from Nolan Mount is he extends plays, and he doesn't extend plays to run. We have not seen him really scramble for the purpose of running the ball. He is looking to make a play with his arm, and that's definitely commendable for a sophomore quarterback making his first start. He's trying to make plays and trying to give his athletes an opportunity to make plays. And the offensive lineman, like I'd mentioned earlier in the first half, you get it in your head. There's a clock in your head. I got 3 seconds to 5 seconds to block my guy. After that, surely the ball's downfield, so they start to drift. An offensive pass interference on a scramble play, like the second one, that could be anything. That could be just bumping into each other. I didn't see the offensive pass interference personally, but nevertheless, you play and you move on. So hopefully in that second half we'll see some cleaner football. So those big plays that we get here in this second half, they stay on the board, and we can take the lead and eventually extend that lead. But we should have a really good half of football coming up. We're going to step aside for a quick 1-minute break as we hear from our sponsors.
Corporation in Shenandoah is growing. Pella is a family-owned company and has a strong heritage that started in 1925. Pella offers a strong benefit package, competitive wages, quarterly bonuses, profit sharing, and more. Pella has a decreased overtime schedule. You'll never work on Sundays, and you will have at least 2 Saturdays off each month to spend more time with your family. Go to careers.pella.com to see what jobs are available and apply today. Experience is not necessary, as Pella will provide training. Pella is an equal opportunity employer.
Very moment, a board-certified orthopedic surgeon is on his way to a newly remodeled surgical suite where he'll scrub up and dress into infection-free equipment and begin a surgery to give his patient a replacement knee. With the help of a knowledgeable staff and the latest technology, he'll give this man hope for a normal life again without walking in pain. These are the things that happen here every day. The new surgical center at Shenandoah Medical Center. Your health is our mission.
Welcome back, Mustang fans and Missouri Valley fans, if you're watching. The Doug Meyer Chevrolet scoreboard shows you what's going on, what's happened so far. 22-14, the Missouri Valley Big Reds currently over the Shenandoah Mustangs as Seth Zwickel sets to kick off the third quarter. Second half is underway. We got a little pooch kick that dies and goes out of bounds. It's touched! It's touched! Number 17 for the Big Reds touched it. And, I think the referee made the mistake there, pointed the wrong way. It looks like, yep, I think they're talking about it. It's going to be a turnover. It was touched, and they're just a bad play there by Chris Dworak, the sophomore. Touched the ball. It's a live ball anyways once it passes 10 yards, but Shenandoah recovers, and that's what you get. So nice play. Those little pooches, if you're not ready for them, it can get you. So you've got a single receiver to the near side. You've got kind of a double wing formation in the pistol with Morgan Cotton in the backfield. Motion to the left. Cotton up the middle, and he's got a nice gain of about 7 yards. I feel like that's what's going to end up happening here in the second half. I'm not a coach, and I wasn't in the locker room. But they got the ground game going at the end of that first half, and it was power running by Morgan Cotton, and that will help your sophomore quarterback get better throwing lanes, get more time, get receivers to get open a little bit easier as they get the ball to Cotton again, and he muscles his way just shy of the first down. It's going to be third down and about a yard for the Mustangs. So nice play in there by the middle of that Big Reds defensive line as that sets up, again, a real key third down. And this is the formation that I think that we're going to see some success with in the second half. The I formation, the pitch, and look at there. First down for Morgan Cotton. Use the power, use your speed. You've got two good backs, and you've got a veteran offensive line. That's going to help you get the ball rolling, get moving downfield, keep your defense off the field, get some flow going on offense. And I think that's a big play for sure. I mean, Morgan Cotton's a senior. He's a 3-year starter. He's a 4-year player. Played a little bit as a freshman. Going to lean on him a little bit as we go in the shotgun. Twins to the left side. Harold to the right, and a little toss, a little zone read it looked like, and big play by number 67 for the Big Reds. That's Alex Otterpole. Otterpole makes a stop. The ground game out of the shotgun has been spotty at best in this first half for the Mustangs. It's that power game that they're running that they've had a lot of success with, whether it's out of the pistol, and that's where your quarterback is just ahead of your running back, but still kind of in a shotgun set, or in the I formation. Got a screen. Nice play in there. Broken up on the play by Connor Murray. It looked like they were trying to set up a play for Blake Harold on a little jet screen there, or I would call it like a rocket screen. And he had an alley. I mean, you get it through him. He's got an alley to make a play. I would say 4-down territory. Ball's at the 34-yard line, so get half or more back and make a play. Free rusher, screen. Cotton's got to dig through the trash, and he does. He makes a nice cut, gets to the 24-yard line. That sets up, not the 24-yard line, the 14-yard line. That sets up a fourth down and definitely manageable for the Mustangs. I mean, you're about 5 yards to go now. That was a good play. Nice, easy, safe play, but a high rate of success on that play. They tried to run that play earlier, and Cotton got hit pretty much immediately. This time it was a little bit better. Just not as good reaction from the Big Red. Here's the pitch on a fourth down, and that's the play that they're going to be running in this second half. The toss to Morgan Cotton out of the I formation for the touchdown on a 4th and 5. That has been their offense running the ball tonight, is that little toss out of the I formation, whether it's weak side or strong side, they're doing a good job of getting out. And the edge players forcing it inside, but there's no flow right now from Missouri Valley from their backers to cut Cotton off, and he's getting the edge, doing a very, very good job. Good job by the line, good job by Cotton, and let's not forget, good job by Bo Gardner, the fullback, getting out and lead blocking on those tosses. 2-point conversion here for the Mustangs, attempting to tie it. And again, the toss sweep, and again, success. Morgan Cotton, this could be the recipe they talked about in the locker room. How do we run the football, take pressure off of our sophomore quarterback? What's working? Well, what's working is the toss out of the I formation. That was a great drive, statement drive by Coach Ratliff, Nolan Mount, and this entire Mustang offense. So with 9:35 to go in the third quarter, we're all square, 22 apiece.
This very moment, a board-certified general surgeon will be leading her team in the removal of her patient's gallbladder. In this newly remodeled surgical suite, she'll use the latest technology and small laparoscopic incisions for a quicker recovery time. In a couple of weeks, the patient will have a pain-free and normal life again. These are the things that happen here every day. The new surgical center at Shenandoah Medical Center. Your health is our mission.
Had some fireworks on the first drive of the second half by Shenandoah as they marched all the way down the field and scored. Started with the botched little pooch kickoff, which I assume Seth Zwickle's going to do again. Both sides have had pooch kickoffs all night long. I would assume it's going to be much of the same. So we're all square at 22 apiece, and I was wrong this time. Seth kicks her deep to Staska. Staska gets it at about the 15-yard line, and a great tackle by freshman defensive back R.J. Hill. Nice play, the freshman taking down the senior. A little bit of revenge there from that pass interference call earlier on in the game. Staska won that battle this time. Hill wins the battle, puts it 1st and 10 for the Big Reds. They got to march the length of the field here, 70 yards to score a touchdown. 1st and 10, Twins to the left side, tight end and a wing back to the right. Lager hands off, and Manzo gets stood up. And I think that was R.J. Hill again. It's on the other side of the field. Hard to get the number. All three of our defensive backs are 6, 8, and 9, so it's a little hard to tell, but it looks like R.J. Hill there. Manzo looked like he had 10, 15 yards there, but R.J. Hill has no problem sticking his face in the fan right now. He's getting into it. He's getting physical. You can tell early why this freshman has earned a starting spot on this varsity roster. Motion to the left, jet sweep to Hansen. Hansen's got an alley and a first down. Good play by Hansen to cut that up into the middle because the outside was taken away. That was Logan Dickerson taking away the edge, and Hansen saw it cut up field probably before he was supposed to, but got himself a good chunk of yards and a first down. So 22-22 is the score. Third quarter, balls at the Missouri Valley 46-yard line. 8:30 to go in the third quarter. Shotgun for Lager. Manzo's in the backfield. He gets the handoff again, pulling guard. Same play they've been running all game. Another 5-yard gain, and it's kind of what we had talked about earlier in the game on the Shenandoah side, about those 2-3-yard gains. Those Manzo plays after that big long run where he was getting 1 yard, 2 yards, over the course of the game, it kind of wears on a defense. Those 2-3 yard gains start turning into 5-6 yard gains. Let's see if the Mustang defense can make that adjustment like they did in the first half on these plays, on these little sweeps by Manzo. Same formation, just flip sides with the running back. And again, the same play just to the left. Manzo cut it up the middle this time, gets the first down. It picks up about 10 yards on the play, so another good play. They're just kind of flipping back and forth. Looks like both offensive coordinators for Shenandoah, that's Coach Ratliff, and then Missouri Valley's offensive coordinator, they figured out a run game that can be successful. And it's not rocket science. This is what's working. This is what we're going to do, and that's what they're sticking with. Same formation, motion, little jet sweep to Hansen. Hansen again cuts up the middle like he did the previous play, picks up about 7 yards. He's going to set up a second down and 7, or excuse me, a second down and 3 on a gain of 7. So you look at these drives for both Missouri Valley and Shenandoah to start the second half. Not exactly mirror images of each other, but pretty much the same concept. Both teams trying to establish the ground game. Both teams found a ground attack that was successful as the first half wore on, and that's what they're going to. Manzo with the carry again on the little sweep, and that's another first down. I'm calling it a sweep. It's probably not a sweep because we do have a pulling guard. But to me, it's got sweep action from the tailback, and the offensive line really for both the Mustangs and the Big Reds have done a very good job in the second half of establishing the line of scrimmage and creating a new line of scrimmage on the defensive side of the ball. So we're at 1st and 10 as I get my scoreboard right here. 1st and 10 with 6:24 to go in the third quarter. A little jet sweep to Hansen, and this time he is stuffed at the line of scrimmage. You see that jet sweep motion. Right now, that's what the Mustangs have been seeing, jet sweep motion. That's the jet sweep. They haven't been doing a lot of faking off of that, and that was Clayton Holben who made the stop on the play. He's hobbling off the field, so hopefully he's all right as Jacob Rystrom checks in for him. Hopefully it's just a tweak of an ankle there, and you can get Holben back in the game. So second down, another sweep there, and a nice tackle in there. Mustangs starting to make those adjustments as Jacob Wolf makes a stop. Now it's going to be a third down, and it looks like 6. We'll call it 6 on the play, 6.5. Looks like they're calling it 7 on the field, so that's what I'll call it. That puts him behind the chains a little bit here. Loggers had a little bit of a difficult time throwing the ball. We'll see if they keep it on the ground. We got a fumbled snap. Loggers taken off, and he is taken down. Nice play in the backfield. That offensive play started out a little garbly right away with that bobbled snap from Logger, and then in comes Bo Gardner to pick up what I would call a sack. It didn't look like it was a running play. It looked like we had receivers in the route. So that's a quarterback sack for Bo Gardner. So nice play there for the Mustangs, but I would say, again, 4-down territory. You got Staska right there in the slot against a linebacker. Let's see if we make an adjustment, keep a safety over the top. There's a flag on the play pre-snap, so we'll see what we got here. Got it in offsides on the Mustangs. That's going to give them 5 yards. Depending upon what happens here, that could be a big penalty. Looks like it's going to end up being about a 4th and 9 here. They've changed up the play, it looks like. You've got Staska still in the slot, but you've got Dickerson still on him. They're a linebacker. That's going to be a tough pill to swallow, but no, they don't throw it to him. They run it to Manzo. You know, the Big Reds maybe missed a big opportunity there. Staska one-on-one with the linebacker, which was the big touchdown play. They run it up the middle to Manzo, and fortunate for Shenandoah, they were ready for that, and they made the stop. Turnover on downs. The Mustangs, with 4:18 to go in the third quarter, have an opportunity to regain the lead in this back-and-forth Week 1 affair. It's been a lot of fun for me. I hope it's been a lot of fun for you guys, and we still got over about a quarter and a half to go with 4:18 to go here in the third. Mustangs back on the field, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Looks like we got a little bit of a check at the line of scrimmage from Nolan Mount. He takes the snap, and he fakes a handoff, rolls out to the left. He's got a man deep on the other side of the field, and it's caught! It's Brody Cohen down at the 35-yard line. That was a sweet little play, great play call by Ty Ratliff, and the offensive staff Rolling out to his left was Nolan Mount. Plants comes back to the drag on the right side, and Brody Cullen makes a heck of a catch. Great ball, great catch. First down, big play. And that's kind of, you can tell when a play caller starts to get in a groove. You run it down their throat, and then you open up with a play action pass the very next drive. We could start seeing something good here. A little handoff to the fullback, and those are my favorite runs as Bo Gardner barrels ahead for about 9 yards on a little belly play there. That was a nice little belly play there. You can tell it's a belly by that reverse handoff by the quarterback. Kind of reverse handoff, faking that toss and coming back with the fullback in the middle. But there is a flag on the play. It's an illegal shift. So that's going to put them back. It's a great play call. You run that toss enough, that belly's going to be wide open. So we'll set her back up. It's going to be first down again, and it'll be 1st and 15 for the Mustangs. We've got a timeout on the field. It's going to be a timeout Shenandoah, so we'll take it with them with 3:43 to go in the third quarter. All tied up, 22-22.
Digital Solutions started small, but now we're growing as FDS provides live streaming coverage for over 20 schools across 3 different states on our Fuller Digital Solutions YouTube channel. Subscribe to get notified when we go live for your school events. Big events are captured live, and your business can get noticed with advertising during our live streams. Local talent and camera operators are encouraged to contact us too. For future employment, no experience necessary, we will train. For information about advertising or working with Fuller Digital Solutions, email us and follow us on Facebook.
This very moment, a board-certified surgeon specializing in female pelvic medicine and reconstructive surgery is scrubbing up in a newly remodeled surgical center full of the latest technology to give a woman a chance to take back control over her body. It will take less than an hour. There will be minimal recovery time, and afterwards, she'll start to feel normal again. These are the things that happen here every day. The new surgical center at Shenandoah Medical Center. Your health is our mission.
Welcome back, Mustang fans. The timeout's just about to end, and we've got a 1st and 15 for your Mustangs. Looks like Nolan Mount's in the pistol formation with Morgan Cotton behind him in a wingback set. 4 vertical routes, and of course, where do you go? You go to old reliable number 10, Blake Harold. Those 4 verticals against the defense that Missouri Valley's running, if we make the right reads at the quarterback position, which Nolan Mount did right there, you're going to get a lot of easy one-on-one matchups, or you're going to get an opportunity with an uncovered guy. And that was a great read and throw and catch from Mount to Harold. The I formation, tight end to the left side. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line. There's a flag on the play, and we got ourselves a little bit excited over there. Looks like Blake Harold jumped the gun a little bit. That'll set them back 5. Hey, if you can get 16 yards like you did the last time on this play, I guess it doesn't really matter, but nevertheless, it's 1st down and 15 after the 5-yard penalty. Looks like Shenandoah is going to line up in the same formation. Assume it's the same play call. So 1st and 15, I formation. There's your belly play, and Gardner not quite the room that he had on the previous play that he had, but he'll pick up a yard or 2. Call it 2nd down and 13 on the play. 2nd down and 13 at the 26-yard line of the Big Reds. Big drive here, 2:44 to go in the third quarter. Trip receivers, so 3 receivers to the left side of the quarterback, 1 to the right. Cotton to the right of Nolan Mount. Takes a high snap, and there's pressure immediately. He gets the throw off, and I'll tell you what, that is, fortunate, but just an unbelievable job of getting rid of the ball and having it not become a catastrophic mistake. That was a very good job by Mount to fight through that sack. I mean, he had pressure in his face the second that he caught that ball, and he did a good job of getting rid of it. So we're 3rd and 13 after the near disaster. Same formation. See if we can get a better snap. Missouri Valley brings pressure, and the throw is almost intercepted. Mount was hit as he threw, and it was a big hit in there by number 15 linebacker Ben Hansen, the guy that's been taking all those jet sweeps for Missouri Valley. He came in and did a very good job, timed that snap up, timed it up just right. He got right in there. When you go with the empty backfield or the 3-by-1 sets with 3 wideouts to one side, 1 to the other, it allows people to play some games a little bit with blitz packages. They go balanced here. I take that back. Cotton splits out. He's now in the slot. We're empty backfield for 4th down and 13. Here's the throw over the middle and caught. Great throw and catch. You give Nolan Mount time. I'm a believer. I'm drinking the Kool-Aid. If you give this kid time, he's going to find the open guy. And we've got some receivers. That was Hunter Dukes that time that made a heck of a play, catching the ball while getting hit. 1st and goal now for the Mustangs with just over 2 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. Here's your power formation, I formation, tied into the right side. And we've got a toss to the right side, and Cotton used a great move. Touchdown. Great jump cut from Morgan Cotton. Great blocking on the edge and in the interior. That's a heck of a play all the way around. We've got ourselves a lead change. Shenandoah now, see if they go for the point after, if they go for 2. Because Missouri Valley's gone for 2 all game. We'll see what they come up with here. Looks like they're going for 1. Seth Wickles on. It's like on to hold is number 11, Cole Scammon, the freshman backup quarterback. Looks like the Mustangs are running a guy off the field there. And there's the snap and the hold, and the kick is good. Hey, 3 for 3 for Seth Wickle. So with 1:52 to go in the 3rd quarter of Game 1 of the 2021 season, Shenandoah has retaken the lead 29-22 over Missouri Valley.
Inch of your body puts pressure on one place, your feet. So give your feet everything they could ask for by walking in to Brown Shoe Fit Shenandoah. Shoes for every occasion, boots for any situation, and above all, the right fit for you. After all, Brown Shoe Fit has been fitting feet for over 100 years. The only downside, so many shoes to choose from and only 2 feet. Great service, great selection, a great fit every time at Brown Shoe Fit, downtown Shenandoah.
Corporation in Shenandoah is growing. Pella is a family-owned company and has a strong heritage that started in 1925. Pella offers a strong benefit package, competitive wages, quarterly bonuses, profit sharing, and more. Pella has a decreased overtime schedule. You'll never work on Sundays, and you will have at least 2 Saturdays off each month to spend more time with your family. Go to careers.pella.com to see what jobs are available and apply today. Experience is not necessary, as Pella will provide training. Pella is an equal opportunity employer.
Welcome back to Mustang Field. We are ready to go, and the kickoff is made and caught, and the knee is taken at the 35-yard line of Missouri Valley. On the kickoff, that was number 31, freshman Dalton Athan. So we had a different kickoff man in for that one. So good job, Dalton. Way to go. Getting a couple freshmen in the ball game. R.J. Hill, we've heard his name called a few times, and now we've got we had Scammon get called earlier, Holden, and now we've got Athan. So 3 freshmen already that I've called, and maybe I've missed a few. Nevertheless, Missouri Valley takes over. 1st and 10, low snap. Here's the throw, and low. Coverage was there, but Staska had a step. The throw was just a little bit low by Lager, and that will lead to the incompletion in the second, down and 10. So put you behind the chains with the incompletion. See if Missouri Valley goes back to that bread and butter on the old sweep play to Manzo, because it's been good for 3 to 5 yards every single time. It seems like there's your sweep. And he's got the edge, and he's got himself about 9. Well, it depends on the spot. Depends on the spot there. He got around the edge that time. They called him out of bounds after about 8 yards there, so we're going to give him a second or third down and 2 for the Big Reds. And Staska's coming out to the near side on our side. He'll be the slot receiver. It's a wide split out here. You'd think that means there's going to be a run usually coming into this little alley over here on our side, but they hand it to Manzo, and he gets swallowed up. It's going to lead to a fourth down and short. So good play by the middle of that defensive line led by 58 and 64, so that's Jacob Wolf and Matt Overbay did a good job. Now it's fourth down and less than a yard, probably 4 down territory. We've only seen a couple of punts in the game, and that was early in the game. We'll see if they take Lager up the middle. It could be that sweep play. And it's the sweep, and he's got the first down. Good cut, good vision by Manzo to get the first down there. It was actually played pretty well by Logan Dickerson over here on this side. Wasn't able to get to the outside, saw it, and made a plant, put his foot in the ground, and got north and south, and Morgan Cotton stopped him after a gain of about a yard. So 52 seconds and counting. It's first down and 10. Ball still on Missouri Valley side of the field on the 46-yard line. About the same formation they've been running all game long. And again, Manzo gets the ball, and he's got another 4 yards, we'll say. And again, it's not bad defense by Shenandoah, and it's not amazing offense. It's just this is what's working, and they're getting 3 to 5 yards a pop, and that's good offense, and it's good defense by Shenandoah. They're not letting him get out like they did that first time they ran this play in the first quarter. They've done a much better job of containing Manzo since then. Same formation, 10 seconds to go, probably the last play of the third quarter if they get it off. And it looks like they're telling them to hold off. So that will be the end of the third quarter. We'll flip sides. The ball will be on the 49-yard line. That'll be second down and 6. Missouri Valley has the ball. The Doug Meyer Chevrolet scoreboard says 29 Shenandoah, 22 Missouri Valley. And we'll be right back after this word from our corporate sponsor.
Very moment, a board-certified orthopedic surgeon is on his way to a newly remodeled surgical suite where he'll scrub up and dress into infection-free equipment and begin a surgery to give his patient a replacement knee. With the help of a knowledgeable staff and the latest technology, he'll give this man hope for a normal life again without walking in pain. These are the things that happen here every day. The new surgical center at Shenandoah Medical Center. Your health is our mission.
Sorensen Auto Plaza, Southwest Iowa's #1 provider of used vehicles. New inventory alert, a 2011 Cadillac SRX Premium with all-wheel drive, super clean leather interior, 106,000 miles and more. You can buy here and pay here. Sorensen Auto Plaza is the bank. Get fast, easy financing. Buy with peace of mind. Stop by Sorensen Auto Plaza in Shenandoah today.
Welcome back into the broadcast booth. It's the start of the fourth quarter here in Shenandoah. We've had a heck of a ball game, folks. For the first game of the year, for my first broadcast of the year, for the first live stream from Fuller Digital Solutions, the YouTube live stream, I don't know if you could ask for a better game between these two teams. These two teams have played very evenly all throughout the game. There's been big plays. There's been big mistakes. There's been penalties. There's been great blocks and big tackles. I mean, it's been a heck of a game. So 2nd and 6, here we go. The Big Reds start out in their same formation, the motional jet sweep action. Hansen gets it, and he's gobbled up after about a gain of 3 yards. It looked like initially on the stop. Looks like Morgan Cotton was the initial tackler on the play. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and 3. This is that 4-down territory, down by a touchdown in plus territory, in Shenandoah territory. You know, this is kind of that this is winning time right now. And there's that same play they've been running, and a great play by Manzo, because he had contact in the backfield, but he was able to fight through. Shenandoah may be dialing in on that play. They're starting to get some hands on him before he gets moving. They're getting some penetration into that line. Maybe this is when we're starting to see some fatigue set in on either line. It's been a hot day. It's been a hot week. I don't know how hot that it's been in Missouri Valley, probably pretty similar to Shenandoah, but it's been in the mid to upper 90s all week here. Still 82 degrees here on the field in Shenandoah. 1st and 10, just under 11 minutes to go. A jet sweep to Staska, and he's good for about 8-9 yards. Looks like it was Cullen initially in on the stop there. Did a good job, both sides, offensively and defensively. This has been just a fun game to watch. Credit to both programs right now, both coaching staffs, both sets of players. It's been a very, very good game, very competitive. Both of these teams, regardless of how it ends up here in the last 10 minutes and 25 seconds, neither team should hang their head about this performance. They've both played very, very well. So 2nd and 2, motion, jet sweep to Hansen, and again, he's cutting. They're cutting off. It looks like the ball went out. See what happened there. Looks like it was covered up by the Big Reds, so no gain due to the fumble. But it does look like when Hansen's getting the ball on that jet sweep, the Mustangs are doing a good job of setting the edge, not letting him get around, so he's just putting his foot in the ground and getting north and south. So that tells me that the middle of that offensive line for the Big Reds are doing a good job of getting a push, and that's led by their center, number 52, Aiden Zappia. We got a motion. It looks like a jet sweep again. And Staska knee down before the marker, it looks like. It's going to be 4th and short. Depends on the spot, but the initial spot is 4th and short, and that's what they're going with. Big play early in the game. Week 1, season 2021, home opener. A lot of emotions going here in Shenandoah. 9 minutes to go in the ball game, 4th and 1. And the handoff up the middle to Manzo. Manzo with the 1st down. Went to the old reliable there, that little sweep handoff to Manzo. And Blake Harold and company did their best, but a 3-yard, 4-yard gain moves the chains for the Big Reds. This is a great drive right now for Missouri Valley. They're methodically moving the ball. They got a quarterback that has struggled a little bit throwing the ball, so the ground game is the way to go. That's the play right now. There's the play action. He's got nobody on Hansen, and I mean, if that was even a halfway decent pass there from Lager, that's 6. Hansen was a great play fake. The play fake pulled the linebackers in. It was a good route concept, good play design. Lager just kind of floated it, and it's a little breezy out there, so if you float the ball, the wind's going to kind of hold that ball up. He was fortunate that it didn't get picked off, but there was just nobody back there for the Mustangs. 2nd and 10, there's your Manzo. Manzo got the edge. Looked like there may have been a tug there on Harold, but no call, and that's fine. We just got to keep playing. That's at about an 8-yard gain. 3rd down and about 2 for the Big Reds. So when you get a no gain on 1st down, getting 8 yards on 2nd down, that's a big deal. I mean, from the looks of things, when I see motion as a defense, it's a jet sweep right now. That to me. When I see motion, it's a jet sweep. That's what it's been all second half. And that's what it is again. It's a jet sweep to Hansen, and it looks like he's short. He needs to get just past the 20, and it looks like he's right on the 20-yard line. So it's going to be another 4th and short. This will be the third 4th and short of this drive. And right now, the Big Reds are 2 for 2 on these 4th down and short situations. So we got about 7:30 to go in the ball game. It's a 1-possession game, huge play. If Shenandoah could get the stop, they can get the ball back, and they've been running the ball very well, just like Missouri Valley here in the second half. There's your motion, there's your sweep, and a big stop. Oh, depends on the spot. Owen Laughlin shot the gap, shot the edge. It depends on the spot. Staska using his 6'3" frame, but we're going to time out for a measurement. If that's short, Owen Laughlin may have made the play of the game. That sophomore outside linebacker, he saw that jet sweep motion, and he came flying in there like his hair was on fire. Here's the spot from the officials, and he is well short. Turnover on downs. Owen Laughlin, take a bow, son. That was a heck of a play. Be very proud of that. Great call, great adjustment by the defense, by Coach Roberts and that defensive staff to make that play. You see that jet sweep motion. They've been running that all second half. You see the motion, it's the sweep. They haven't run a counter off of that all second half. So we'll see what happens as we move forward. Now 7:10 to go. Here's your little mini game reset. Ball on the Mustang 20-yard line. It is 29-22. Again, 7:10 to go. And it looks like I formation. Blake Harold, the tight end, off to the offense's left side. Got a little toss to the left. There's an alley for Cotton, but swallowed. Just absolutely swallowed by Connor Murray. There was a lane there for Cotton, and it closed in a hurry. He picked up about a yard on the play. If Murray doesn't shed that block, and he was getting blocked in there, double teamed on the edge by the tight end Harold and the left tackle. Looked like that was Dickerson, and he got off that block, and man, he made a heck of a play. So in the pistol, 2 men in motion, that is a penalty. There's a flag on the play. They should have blown it dead. They should have blown this one dead. There was 2 men in motion. There's a flag on the play. Sorry about the confusion there. That was a pre-snap, 2 men in motion. Should have blown that dead. Nevertheless, I digress. You're going to have an illegal shift. 2 men were in motion at the same time. It'll be a 5-yard penalty for the Mustangs. It'll set it back to 2nd down and 14. Not the end of the world necessarily. So we 2nd down now and 14. Ball's going to be at the 17-yard line, we'll say. Now is the time. Aggressiveness is great, and that's what Nolan Mount has been all game long, and I commend that kid for that. He's playing like a bull in a china shop right now. But aggressiveness under control, because they're bringing the heat, and he's got to secure the ball, and he does, but he is brought down on the play. They sent the house there, and that was Alex Otterpool taking down the quarterback. That's a quarterback sack. We do have an injury, looks like, on the field. I can't see necessarily who that is. It might be Brody Cullen. Looks like a cramping situation. Or is that Harold? We'll figure all this stuff out. We'll take a quick break while they tend to the injured Shenandoah player.
This very moment, a board-certified general surgeon will be leading her team in the removal of her patient's gallbladder. In this newly remodeled surgical suite, she'll use the latest technology and small laparoscopic incisions for a quicker recovery time. In a couple of weeks, the patient will have a pain-free and normal life again. These are the things that happen here every day. The new surgical center at Shenandoah Medical Center. Your health is our mission.
Digital Solutions started small, but now we're growing as FDS provides live streaming coverage for over 20 schools across 3 different states on our Fuller Digital Solutions YouTube channel. Subscribe to get notified when we go live for your school events. Big events are captured live, and your business can get noticed with advertising during our live streams. Local talent and camera operators are encouraged to contact us too for future employment. No experience necessary. We will train. For information about advertising or working with Fuller Digital Solutions, email us and follow us on Facebook.
This very moment, a board-certified surgeon specializing in female pelvic medicine and reconstructive surgery is scrubbing up in a newly remodeled surgical center full of the latest technology to give a woman a chance to take back control over her body. It will take less than an hour. There will be minimal recovery time, and afterwards, she'll start to feel normal again. These are the things that happen here every day. The new surgical center at Shenandoah Medical Center. Your health is our mission.
Inch of your body puts pressure on one place, your feet. So give your feet everything they could ask for by walking in to Brown Shoe Fit Shenandoah. Shoes for every occasion, boots for any situation, and above all, the right fit for you. After all, Brown Shoe Fit has been fitting feet for over 100 years. The only downside, so many shoes to choose from and only 2 feet. Great service, great selection, a great fit every time at Brown Shoe Fit, downtown Shenandoah.
Corporation in Shenandoah is growing. Pella is a family-owned company and has a strong heritage that started in 1925. Pella offers a strong benefit package, competitive wages, quarterly bonuses, profit sharing, and more. Pella has a decreased overtime schedule. You'll never work on Sundays, and you will have at least 2 Saturdays off each month to spend more time with your family. Go to careers.pella.com to see what jobs are available and apply today. Experience is not necessary, as Pella will provide training. Pella is an equal opportunity employer.
Welcome back into Mustang Field here in Shenandoah. A little bit of a game reset as they tend to. Blake Harold, he's up and he's getting some help. Looks like he had a cramp situation. Hopefully that's all it is, and he can get himself back onto the field. But it's 3rd down and 22. Ball is at the Shenandoah 10-yard line, probably the 9-yard line. There's 6:03 to go in the ball game. A big play. It's 3rd and 22. If you can get the first down, that's amazing. I mean, you'll take it, but you don't want to turn the ball over in a situation like this. You want to give Missouri Valley, if you got to punt it, you want to give them as long a field as possible to go. Got an empty backfield for Mount. Looks like they're only going to bring 4, the Big Reds. Got motion to the right side, so they've shifted. There's 3 receivers to the right. And man-to-man defense, a little screen, and that worked out very well for Missouri Valley. That was a big, big play. No gain, and against man-to-man, that just makes that play tough. I mean, you can't fault the play call. You're trying to be safe, but maybe pop one. But they just happened. Missouri Valley just happened to be in man-to-man, and it just worked out to their benefit. So with just over 5 minutes to go in the ball game, Shenandoah will have to punt the football back to the Missouri Valley Big Reds, who should get good field position with Staska back standing with his heels near midfield. Logan Dickerson is back to punt. Here's another little caveat here. Blake Harold is the punter. So now you've got your backup punter in the game taking a snap inside his own end zone, and now you have a delay of game that backs you up further to your own 6-yard line. So makes it 4th down and 25. Dickerson just get the thing off, and whoa, high snap, great snag, and he got it off, and that's a boot. And a fair catch at the 43-yard line. I'll tell you what, Owen Laughlin might have made the play of the game on defense. Play of the game on special teams tonight might have just been taken by Logan Dickerson. High snap in his own end zone, catches the ball, gets a little pressure, he gets it away for essentially a 40-yard punt. Beautiful, beautiful beautiful punt by the senior, the backup punter. So here we go. First down and 10, ball at the 43-yard line. Same formation they've been in all game. And Manzo gets the ball on the little sweep handoff, maybe this little trap, but gets to the 40-yard line. He'll pick up 3 yards on the play. So Manzo, I mean, it just kind of, you get that feeling that the Big Reds are going to rely on number 15, which is Hanson, number 20, which is Staska, and number 2, which is Manzo. There's a little check with me, and Staska's got the ball on the outside. He was uncovered in the slot, and that's what happens. They haven't done that all game long. Tip your cap to Missouri Valley for that little either a check with me or that hot read, or maybe it was just a straight play call from the sideline, but a good play call. And it gets you about 15 yards, 16 yards and a first down. So it sets you up 1st and 10, almost in the red zone. This is about where they were when they turned it over on downs about 4 game minutes ago, because there's about 4 minutes to go in regulation. Got that little jet sweep motion and the handoff, and a great play again. Owen Laughlin, I got a feeling they're not going to be running that play nearly as much to Owen Laughlin's side. He's starting to shoot the gap right now. He sees that motion, and that's just lights flash, bells ring moment. He's going in. And that's good for him. And now we're in the shotgun with same formation, 2nd down and 12. And there's the hands off to Manzo, and there's Laughlin again coming in from the other side, and he was helped out by number 72, Clayton Holben. They combined on that tackle. Laughlin, I'll tell you what, you want to find a time to really show up in a ball game. 4th quarter is the time to do it, under 4 minutes to go. Owen Laughlin is playing very well here these last 2 drives defensively. So it's going to be 3rd and 10, 4-down territory, you'd have to imagine, with just about 3 minutes to go in the game. A little bit of a different formation here. We have single receivers on each side. We got a pass from Lager, and it's a catch, and Staska's into the end zone for a touchdown. Big play. Lager has had his struggles throwing the ball, but he's made 2 really good passes today to Staska, both of which have gone for touchdowns. That was a drive that you got to give Missouri Valley's coaching staff a lot of credit there. They didn't just continually run the same plays over and over again. They moved formations on that last drive. So a good job by Missouri Valley. So big play, maybe the biggest play of the game. Here's your Wildcat formation with Manzo, motion by Staska, and he's got the ball. He's to the outside. There's a flag on the play again, folks. This is the 3rd time, we mentioned this before, this is the 3rd time they've run this Wildcat play in their 2-point conversion situation, and this is the 3rd time that they've had, or that there's been a penalty. This time it was on Shenandoah. So we have yet to see this formation actually work out, but this time the Mustangs had the penalty, so they're going to move up half the distance to the goal. They're going to be on about the 1.5-yard line. You wouldn't imagine they'd run the same play, but maybe they'll run the same formation. I'm betting on Manzo on the little sweep. That's what I'm betting. But you've got Manzo and the Wildcat situation. There's your motion by Staska, and Manzo is in. He breaks the tackle of number 22, Bo Gardner, at about the 3-yard line and gets into the end zone for the 2-point conversion. 3 minutes and 10 seconds to go, folks. We got a lot of ball game left. The Doug Myers Chevrolet scoreboard tells the story with 3:10 to go in the 4th. Missouri Valley 30, Shenandoah 29.
very moment, a board-certified orthopedic surgeon is on his way to a newly remodeled surgical suite where he'll scrub up and dress into infection-free equipment and begin a surgery to give his patient a replacement knee. With the help of a knowledgeable staff and the latest technology, he'll give this man hope for a normal life again without walking in pain. These are the things that happen here every day. The new surgical center at Shenandoah Medical Center. Your health is our mission.
Sorensen Auto Plaza, Southwest Iowa's #1 provider of used vehicles. New inventory alert, a 2011 Cadillac SRX Premium with all-wheel drive, super clean leather interior, 106,000 miles and more. You can buy here and pay here. Sorensen Auto Plaza is the bank. Get fast, easy financing. Buy with peace of mind. Stop by Sorensen Auto Plaza in Shenandoah today.
Welcome back into the broadcast. It's 3 minutes and 10 seconds of regulation. We've got a 1-point game on the Doug Meyer Chevrolet scoreboard. Missouri Valley just scored a touchdown on a nice pass from Lager to Staska to make it a one-point game, and then Manzo got in on the 2-point conversion after breaking the tackle of Gardner in the backfield. So good effort by the tailback for the Big Reds. So 3:10 to go. Shenandoah with 2 timeouts. Missouri Valley has all 3 timeouts. A lot of football left to go in this one, folks. Looks like Staska is ready to kick things off from the 40. He has not kicked it deep all game. Maybe he will now with Morgan Cotton, and looks like Brody Cullen switching positions. Now Cullen is back deep for the Mustangs. And there's a little squiver. Cotton fumbled the ball. He fell on it. So a little bobble there. And fortunately for the Mustangs, they do recover. So they have the ball at about the 24-yard line. Long way to go. They do have a field goal kicker in Seth Zwickel that has made all of his kick attempts today, so maybe they have to get into a position for a game-winning field goal. We'll see what happens. Both offenses have been very sharp in this second half. I formation set up for the Mustangs, single receiver on each side. And a big-time blitz, and Cotton is buried in the backfield. That was a very, very well-timed blitz by number 15, Ben Hansen. He's had a couple of those here in the second half where he's just timed the snap very, very well, and he's just shot the gap. And that outside toss play, take away Hansen, probably had 5 or 6 yards in there. Nevertheless, second and 16, 2:37 to go. Snap to Mount, just a 4-man rush. He's got time. When he's got time, he's dangerous. Oh, he had Cotton, and he had a step. If Cotton extends his arms, that is 6 quick. That was a beautiful ball by Mount, the sophomore gunslinger for the Mustangs. And Cotton had a step on Manzo and tried to do the over-the-shoulder catch, take it from a guy who was once a receiver when he was younger and faster. That over-the-shoulder catch, sometimes that can be the hardest catch because your arms kind of get stuck inside. You kind of alligator arm it, if you can imagine what an alligator's arms look like. 3rd down and 16, rolling out to his left. He's got pressure, and he throws it away, but I think they're going to say he was down. He was down at the 9-yard line. Clock is still moving. That'll count as a sack. So it's going to bring up 4th down. 4th down and about, it looks like 20. 4th down and about 20. I don't know if we're in a position here to go for it. If we're in a position to punt it away, and with the time, I mean, you're 4th and 20, and you're way, way back. And this is a decision time for Coach Ratliff and they can draw up a play to get them, get themselves 22 yards. There's not a lot of plays in the playbook that you can draw up for a 22-yard play. But we'll take a short 30-second break. We'll be right back.
This very moment, a board-certified general surgeon will be leading her team in the removal of her patient's gallbladder. In this newly remodeled surgical suite, she'll use the latest technology and small laparoscopic incisions for a quicker recovery time. In a couple of weeks, the patient will have a pain-free and normal life again. These are the things that happen here every day. The new surgical center at Shenandoah Medical Center. Your health is our mission.
Both teams coming back out onto the field as you look at the Doug Meyer Chevrolet scoreboard. 29 for the Mustangs, 30 for Missouri Valley. We've got twins to each side, balanced formation. Cotton in behind. There's a little bit of a blitz, a little pressure. We've got some time, but the throw is just off, intended for Ben Labrum. So they will turn the ball over on downs, will the Mustangs, and that will set up Missouri Valley with a 1st and 10 and an opportunity to ice the game. This is a very good opportunity, but if you're Shenandoah, there's still some football left. There's 2:03 to go in the fourth quarter. You still have a timeout left. It's a short field, but when you turnover here, penalties, you never know. Low snap, Manzo gets the ball, gets it to the 4, and he's out of bounds. So he's taken out of bounds. It's going to be 1st down and goal. But, in this situation, now they're at the 3-yard line. Maybe you let them get in the end zone and get the ball back. Stop them for the 2-point conversion, so maybe you can get the ball back. I don't know. If that's a strategy that we would try in a high school varsity football game, I don't know. But we'll see kind of how it plays out here. And there's a little jet sweep to Bo Hansen, and Hansen is down. Looks like he's going to be shy, or they're going to check it. Nope, timeout. Nope, timeout Mustangs. So the Mustangs will call their 3rd and final timeout. And it looks like it's going to be 3rd down. My scoreboard is off. It's going to be 3rd down and about a yard for the Big Red. We'll be back in 30 seconds after our final timeout.
Digital Solutions started small, but now we're growing as FDS provides live streaming coverage for over 20 schools across 3 different states on our Fuller Digital Solutions YouTube channel. Subscribe to get notified when we go live for your school events. Big events are captured live, and your business can get noticed with advertising during our live streams. Local talent and camera operators are encouraged to contact us too. For future employment, no experience necessary, we will train. For information about advertising or working with Fuller Digital Solutions, email us and follow us on Facebook.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Mustang Field in Shenandoah. Key play coming up here for both teams. 29-30. The Mustangs down by 1. 3rd down and about a yard and a half for the Big Reds. And they got a chance to ice the game. Even if they score, if they don't get the 2-point conversion, still a 1-possession game with a lot of time left with just 1:52 to play. So there's a handoff to Manzo, and he is into the end zone, which might not be the worst thing in the world if you're Shenandoah. Because you give up the score, and it's a 7-point game, but this becomes the biggest play of the game. If you stop them here, You've got the opportunity to get the ball back, drive down, score with no timeouts, but a minute 50, so an eternity in a high school football game with the clock stopping at every 1st down. We've got a timeout again on the field, this time timeout by Missouri Valley. So we will take it with them. We'll step aside for 30 seconds.
This very moment, a board-certified surgeon specializing in female pelvic medicine and reconstructive surgery is scrubbing up in a newly remodeled surgical center full of the latest technology to give a woman a chance to take back control over her body. It will take less than an hour. There will be minimal recovery time, and afterwards, she'll start to feel normal again. These are the things that happen here every day. The new surgical center at Shenandoah Medical Center. Your health is our mission.
Welcome back in, ladies and gentlemen. Mustang defense trotting out onto the field. It's been a long, hard-fought game. Both schools, both programs have represented themselves very well. Both coaching staffs have done a good job making adjustments, and it's kind of been a nice game of chess, back and forth, punch, counter punch type of deal. But this is the biggest play of the ball game. I've said that a few times where it could be. It's a 2-point conversion that makes it a 2-score game if they get it. So 2-point conversion, Mustangs need to bear down, and they did. The Mustangs, and who's the guy to make the stop? Owen Laughlin. He made a big stop 2 possessions ago and a possession ago, and now he makes a stop on the 2-point conversion. So still just a 1-possession game. Crazier things have happened, folks. There's a ton of time left. 1:49 left to go in the game. Remember, the clock stops in high school football every first down. So as long as Shenandoah can keep moving the chains, the clock's going to stop. 2-minute warning or 2-minute drill. We had the opportunity to run a little 2-minute drill in the first half, so we've had a little bit of experience with that already in this game. This is a heck of a first game challenge for this offense under a first-year starting quarterback. He's a sophomore, and he's played very well. But this is a lot to ask, and if you give him time, he's made a believer out of me. I'm drinking the Kool-Aid. If you give him time, he can make the throws. We gotta shore up the offensive line a little bit. They've been bringing some pressure. Credit to the Big Reds defense. They've been bringing some pressure when Shenandoah goes into the empty sets, into the 4 wide receiver sets, and they've just been bringing more guys than we can block, and that's been tough. But here we go. Gonna try to get good field position here for Shenandoah as Staska kicks her away, kicks it off to the opposite side. Got a fall on it, but he picks it up. And there he goes. Nice play by Ben Labram as he gets out, picked it up, and got out to about the 44-yard line. So, folks, we are 56 yards away from a tie football game. So keep that in mind. It's almost a little more than half a football field away from a tie game with 1:46 to go in the game. The Big Reds holding a 1-possession, 7-point lead. Now comes the chance to see what the Big Reds are going to do. Are they going to bring pressure and blitz the sophomore quarterback, or are they going to lay back and play coverage? They laid back, played coverage, errant throw, and we have an incomplete pass and a second down. We do, again, with the heat and the humidity, I saw Cullen hobble off the field earlier, and he's down again. Looks like cramp in the calf, and we saw Blake Harold earlier, long down for an extended period of time with cramps. It looks like in both the calves and in the hamstrings for him. But looks like they're going to take a little bit of a water break. The temperature may not say 90 degrees right now, folks, but these guys have been sweating for about 2.5 hours. So we'll step aside with them, and we'll see you back here in about a minute.
Inch of your body puts pressure on one place, your feet. So give your feet everything they could ask for by walking in to Brown Shoe Fit Shenandoah. Shoes for every occasion, boots for any situation, and above all, the right fit for you. After all, Brown Shoe Fit has been fitting feet for over 100 years. The only downside, so many shoes to choose from and only 2 feet. Great service, great selection, a great fit every time at Brown Shoe Fit, downtown Shenandoah.
Corporation in Shenandoah is growing. Pella is a family-owned company and has a strong heritage that started in 1925. Pella offers a strong benefit package, competitive wages, quarterly bonuses, profit sharing, and more. Pella has a decreased overtime schedule. You'll never work on Sundays, and you will have at least 2 Saturdays off each month to spend more time with your family. Go to careers.pella.com to see what jobs are available and apply today. Experience is not necessary, as Pella will provide training. Pella is an equal opportunity employer.
Sorensen Auto Plaza, Southwest Iowa's #1 provider of used vehicles. New inventory alert, a 2011 Cadillac SRX Premium with all-wheel drive, super clean leather interior, 106,000 miles and more. You can buy here and pay here. Sorensen Auto Plaza is the bank. Get fast, easy financing. Buy with peace of mind. Stop by Sorensen Auto Plaza in Shenandoah today.
Welcome back in, folks. Brody Cullen has made his way to the sideline, so we're setting up with a 2nd down and 10 with 1 minute and 44 seconds to play in the ball game. 4 receivers. Looks like there's going to be heavy pressure. There's a rollout to the right away from pressure and incomplete. Labrum almost had it. It was in and out of his hands. Great job there by really a lot of people. Mount did a great job of avoiding the pressure. The Reds did a good job of applying the pressure, and I mean it was just a ball that just squirted out of the hands of Ben Labrum. So we're 3rd and 10, obviously 4 down territory here, 2 downs to get 10 yards here. About the same formation, trips to the right. I don't think the Big Reds are going to pressure this time. They nearly got nailed. And there's the pass complete to Harold. Makes a man miss, and he's got a 1st down and out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big play. Clock stops to move the chains, and it will stop. They can huddle with a timeout because of Blake Harold's just field awareness to get out of bounds. Although he's kind of slow getting back. You can see he's hobbling a little bit. He's still feeling those cramps that he had earlier on in the 4th quarter. So 1:30 to go. Give Mount time. He'll pick you apart. And here comes the pressure. He gets to the right. He lets the ball fly, and it's over the head of the intended receiver. Looks like that was Hunter Dukes. So incompletions you can live with right now. It's the interceptions or the sacks. Your negative plays you can't have right now with no timeouts, trailing by a touchdown in the 4th quarter. So, again, game reset 36-29 on the Doug Meyer Chevrolet scoreboard. 1:25 to go in the ball game. 2nd and 10 at the Big Reds 36-yard line. Every play is huge right now. You've got to cover 0 right now. There's nobody deep. Break a tackle, and you could go. And Harold makes another catch. And, boy, he's close to a 1st down. They may measure this. It's possible. No, they're going 3rd down. No measurement. Clock is ticking. 1:03 and counting. Get lined up right. Get your 1 yard and go. And there's your pass. There's your catch. There's your 1st down, and the clock stops temporarily. Mount to Harold. Big play. 1st down. The clock is at 51 and counting. They got to get moving. I know they're tired. I know they're hurting. We got to get moving. Trips to the left side right now. 40 seconds to go in the ball game. These guys have given you everything they have. There's the pressure. Mount gets the ball away. Deep down the sideline. Incomplete. Pass looked like it was intended for Hunter Dukes again. I'll tell you, Blake Harrell looks, I mean, he's giving you everything he's got, but he looks gassed. Those cramps will really do it to you. And give credit to Nolan Mount right there. Pressure in his face immediately, stepped to his left, and got the ball off. Clock stops with 31 seconds to go. I don't know if you have time to change formations right now if you go down. If you go down, you may have to just get up and line up in your formation. Pressure coming from the left side. Mount sees it. Mount gets it away. Incomplete. Almost intercepted. That was, I'd say, a dangerous pass, but if it's almost better that was incomplete. If Morgan Cotton catches that ball, he's getting tackled right there, and the clock is running. So it's 3rd down and 10. Clock stopped. 27 seconds to go in the ball game. Ball's at the 24-yard line of the Big Reds. Balanced formation, 2 receivers to each side, and that might be a blessing in disguise for the Mustangs as the Big Reds call a timeout. So the Mustangs get an opportunity, more specifically number 10 for the Mustangs. Blake Harrell gets a chance to catch his breath, get a drink, and stretch out. A lot of game left to go here. 27 seconds left to go in the 4th. We'll see you in 30 seconds.
This very moment, a board-certified general surgeon will be leading her team in the removal of her patient's gallbladder. In this newly remodeled surgical suite, she'll use the latest technology and small laparoscopic incisions for a quicker recovery time. In a couple of weeks, the patient will have a pain-free and normal life again. These are the things that happen here every day. The new surgical center at Shenandoah Medical Center. Your health is our mission.
We're back to Mustang Field. 3rd down and 10 upcoming for the Mustangs on the 24-yard line of the Big Red. There's plenty of time to get tackled in bounds right now with 27 seconds. First downs are obviously positive. Getting out of bounds is also positive. But you can get tackled, and there's still enough time to run a play. We'll see what happens. Balanced formation. Bringing pressure, man-to-man coverage. He's got time, and he had him. He was drifting back as he threw it, and he just didn't get enough on it. And that was, again, big number 66, Connor Murray, in his face to force the errant throw. Great play design, the little wheel route by the running back. When they're sending all those linebackers, there's nobody to cover the running backs, and it looks like they're going to do the same thing again. Cover 0 across the board. And there's your play to Cotton. It's intercepted! And that is Staska again. Staska catches it, and he's going to take it all the way with 10 seconds to go as the exclamation point for the Big Reds. The Big Reds get the big interception. You can't blame Mount for giving his player a chance. Morgan Cotton giving him a chance. You gotta get it off, and you gotta give him a chance. That's all you can do. Interceptions happen, turnovers happen, but it was a good play by Staska, and he got his 2nd interception of the game as now the Big Red try to tack on, looks like 2 more points here, and put an emphatic exclamation point on the final few seconds here at Mustang Field in Shenandoah. So Manzo in the Wildcat, and he'll take the direct snap, and he goes in for 2. So the 2-point conversion is good. So with 7 seconds to play in the ball game, Missouri Valley Big Reds 44, the Shenandoah Mustangs 29. And I said this at the beginning of the second half, and I feel like I even said it at the beginning of the 4th quarter. This is one of those games where it was back and forth, and just a heck of a game played by both teams. I don't think either team should hang their head, win or lose, from this game. The effort was tremendous from both sides. The coaching staffs did a good job, it looks like to me, of making in-game adjustments. And like I said, that game of chess back and forth. It was a well-played game, well-coached game, well-officiated game as well. And nothing to hang your hats about if you're the Mustangs, and going to be a good first win on the season for the Big Reds of Missouri Valley. But these kids gave it everything that they had tonight. You can tell, these guys that are running around all over the place. I mean, it's hard for them to be moving. They're going to be feeling it tomorrow on both sides. It was a hot, humid night. Game one always is in Iowa. The first week of the season's always hot, always humid. And that's what we had here tonight for our kickoff broadcast on the Fuller Digital Solutions YouTube live stream. So with 7 seconds to go, looks like it's going to be a new kickoff man, number 67 for the Big Reds. That's going to be Alex Otterpool's had a good game, especially on the defensive side of the ball. He'll kick off. It's a line drive kickoff that goes to about the 18-yard line, picked up by Hunter Dukes. Running sideways, does a little shift, stays on his feet, and gets down at about the 30, 31-yard line. But that is the ball game. The end of the ball game, folks. Season 2021 is off and running. Good game from both teams. 29 for the Mustangs, 44 for Missouri Valley. This is TJ Young signing off from Mustang Field.